Cthulhu.
How?
How?
Once upon a time,
Nope.
there was a game of Call of Cthulhu that was played.
No idea what you're
I
talking
don't
about. buddy.
believe you.
In forbidden and ancient lore,
Nope.
from civilizations long crumbled.
in a distant land.
Long
Yeah.
trunkles.
However, we have unearthed these sacred texts and are ready to continue after a break of Check's watch 4 million years.
I think it was just 2 weeks, wasn't it?
It was like 4 weeks this time.
What? Really?
It was at least 3.
It's
Damn.
been quite some time.
I'll be honest, I don't remember all the times we don't because it's a Tuesday.
C has come to.
5,000 years, I'm free.
I'm afraid it's been 9 years.
No way it had. Oh my god.
So we're ready to stagger out of the hospital and point in wonder at the burning whale. Let's get ready to rock.
Let's get ready to.
Last time on Call of Cthulhu,
Mm-hmm.
oof,
Ooh.
the investigators broke into the house of a Mr. Lawrence Bacon.
Since we're in Great Britain, does the burning whale have scale issues?
What's so great about it, anyways?
I feel like I'm missing a joke.
I mean,
Dumb? Completely stupid, huh?
compared to whale Pokemon outside of the region, I hear
Oh,
that.
fuck off. Shut the fuck up. Shit. It's a man-sized whale. Maybe a little less. Alright, you made me lose my train of fucking thought. It's hard enough to remember what happened. They broke into Lawrence Bacon's house. They found some mysterious artifacts in a strange book. And then they fled, being chased by something that wanted them dead.
Yeah.
Some
Real
things.
bad. Maybe even some ones.
Oh, and last session is when, Giselher showed up, right?
Who?
Mr.
Our
Nussverkaufer.
Yes, our new boy.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, Jesus, it feels like it's been a year. Mr.
Yeah,
Nussverkaufer
So
reared his
I
head.
looked at the clock. It's been a month actually.
God damn.
4 weeks.
God
Really?
damn.
Really?
Yeah, my sheet was last updated October
Oh.
29th.
I think I remember because I had just started my class and I was like, I can't play this week. I'm out.
Oof. Anyways, Mr. Nussverkaufer showed up, demanding to know about the death of his son, learned the truth, and appears to have resolved to join you guys in your efforts to take down this cult
Murder
or
shit.
whatever involving the sinister man what struck the life from his son.
Well, probably. I mean,
That was his first of many mistakes.
Yeah. More to come.
it might be
The
his
first of
last,
which
who
being
knows?
that KMS isn't here. Hopefully will be joining us soon, but who can say?
Who really can?
I guess that's mostly it.
Yeah.
Oh! And you got a letter from Dr. Highsmith at the end of the episode that just got dropped through the slat, and nobody looked at it, and that was the last thing that happened.
Did we read it? Or did we...
You didn't read it. It just got
Okay.
dropped through, and then we ended the session.
Okay.
So that's called Cthulhu. Welcome back. Here we are. In the hospital, we have William, who's full of poison, and Anker, who's almost better. And in the house, we have a curiously T-posing Giselher. We have Bronson, we have Felix, and we have Joseph.
Yep.
Wow, howdy.
I'm done with my spiel.
Oh.
Alright.
We read the letter. It's in our laps.
On a scale from 1 to 10, what up?
Oh, I'll tell you what up.
As he searches frantically for the letter.
I'll tell you what up. You just wait, motherfucker. You're about to find out.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder what it could say.
You're about to find out.
Mm-hmm.
Quickly,
You
scroll
scroll faster, buddy.
Uh-oh, tugs on shirt collar. There isn't actually a fully written thing for this.
I don't
Uh-oh.
I just realized I don't have a chair.
Oh, are you?
What?
Where's Mr. Nussverkaufer gonna sit?
Let's see.
How do you say his what? How do you spell his name? Nussverkaufen? Nussverkaufen?
Why are you so distant?
I'm right here.
Not you, motherfucker.
He's not used to emotional
He's looking
intimacy.
for his
Is he okay?
chair. He's gotta find his chair.
Are you at the bottom of a well, KMS?
I was in my brother's room finding ein Stuhl.
Why are you digging through his toilet?
Why are you looking for his poo?
Yeah.
You guys both made the same joke and both were just as funny. Great job, guys.
Thank you.
But no one laughed.
But
I'm
no one
pretty
laughed.
funny.
But I don't understand. It's
laugh for
a
it to
poo
be
joke. What do you
I'll
mean?
have you know, my classmates think I'm very epic and funny.
My mom thinks I'm very, just the worst.
My mom can't stand me.
The easiest way to make a military man laugh is to suggest eating something other than Crayola for breakfast.
That's just army.
Crayola was invented.
In any other branch besides the army, you say, haha, they eat crayon.
You say, haha, they eat crayon, and then you sneak away to the cupboard where you steal away a couple of those tasty burnt oranges.
Why did I get it all?
We get the nice flavors first.
Yeah, they get the 64 pack and then like pick
Yeah.
and choose.
Yeah, fair enough.
They just get the leftovers, normally
Yeah.
like the purples and shit.
just regular purple.
They get the burnt siennas.
Ooh, not burnt sienna. Let me tell you, burnt sienna is a weak flavor.
You can hardly taste
It's
it.
nothing like circuit board green.
It's as if Lacroix made a crayon.
I was gonna say they go after the raw umbers, the superior brown.
Interesting.
Oh,
So,
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
fucking, you guys pull up the letter.
How's it going?
Pull up the letter like it's on a fucking.
I pull up on the letter and I shoot it with my 45 and dip out.
Ugh, I'm sorry. I had this in front of me 4 weeks ago.
Hey guys, I opened.
I'm
I
sure
tried
you
to-
did. I'm
I
sure
tried to
you did.
open Roll20, but all I could find on Roll20 was this Rick and Morty, the Lost Dungeon of Wickedness, Big Rick Energy.
Is that what we're
Where's
playing?
Cthulhu?
Yeah, you know. I don't even know what the fuck the joke you're making right now is.
Oh, it's right there. It's
What?
on
Rick and Morty,
on
the
Discord
Lost
channel.
Dungeon of Wickedness, Big Rick Energy.
What?
Is that a real thing that's being sold on Roll20?
Yes.
Wait,
I
really?
linked it.
I linked it.
Oh no,
I
you're
don't look at what
right.
you post.
Now he looks like a blind fool.
I didn't look. I went
that's what
straight to the
blind people would
game.
say, wouldn't they?
No,
It
looks
may
like-
have been some sort of
R-word.
defensive measure that my mind took.
This is actually horrible. Look at this.
Oh no.
Bro, I don't see what the problem is.
Wow.
Fellas, we're off track already.
We weren't
I mean,
on
this
track.
wouldn't
Wait,
be-
we were. I
Right,
already
we
went
hadn't
on that letter.
started to get on the track.
Look,
I
I
mean, the worst
tried,
part
and then
We're
you
trying to
couldn't
find the
find
I
the
mean, at
letter.
least they're only charging $15. You know?
Sounds like you're doing a real good job looking for that letter, bud.
It doesn't exist!
Oh.
Okay.
So it's fake. Okay.
You lied
Fake
to us?
news. He
No,
fake
it's
newsed
just,
us.
it describes the letter, but it doesn't actually give me something to post or read, so I gotta try to think of exactly what it would say.
Oh.
That's.
You say, hey, what up?
Alright, I'm just gonna outline the gist of it then.
Alright.
It is a letter that essentially states, like, you know, how have you been doing in your investigations into Roby, and what would you say, based on the current status of your investigations, would be anything that I should know about with regards to the hearing, which is upcoming. Basically just that. It's pretty simple.
Christ.
Like, anything I should know about, because the hearing's coming up soon.
And this is
like
from,
Highsmith, the doctor
Oh.
who basically is going to petition for or against his release before the council when Roby's hearing comes up,
and he's against it.
which is, I believe, the 30th.
Oh, it's like 2 weeks. We got
Yeah.
plenty of time.
You still got
We'll be
time,
dead.
but he sends out the letter now because he wants to get his affairs in order.
Well, something's fucking him up. And,
Is that what you write back? Something's fucking amok.
well,
Who's a mock?
I think we might have to make it a bit more safe for work, but yeah.
Big Rick energy.
Yeah.
No.
I mean,
What he
I don't
said.
think we want or really care to have Alexander out of gay baby jail.
Well, of course, but did they, for the hearing, did, like, most of the people think that he should be let out? Or do we not even know?
I believe it was that.
What?
For, like, the hearing, do, like, most people agree that they want him, that he should be okay to be let out?
The general consensus at the moment is that Alexander Roby is not a physical danger to anybody with sufficient medication, and they're considering releasing him out of the asylum to, at least at the very most, like a convalescent home.
No. I don't agree with that. But
I mean,
Something fucky wucky's up.
yeah, no, he's still probably
Something
like
fairly wrong.
exactly.
fucked up. So I don't think he should go anywhere.
They agree that he's fucked up, but their reasoning is they can keep him lucid with the medication that you saw him on when you got there. That just made him kind of weird and chatty, as opposed to supposedly homicidal based on his
It really just made
alleged
him
crimes.
Fine,
less
it's fine.
reserved.
This fucking crazy shit.
But yeah, it doesn't really change it.
Hmm.
Personally, I don't think I really care beyond having him locked up or in a crazy person home.
And about these fucking vampires, there's fucking things inside that guy's house. Oh.
Yeah, but him being in an asylum or him being in a home for mentally unstable people
These
doesn't
are
really
babies.
change
Mm.
how, like, either way, if they wanted him dead, they kill him. So, and based in the state he is now in, I don't think he's ever going to try and do some hoodoo voodoo shit ever again. So, I don't really know. Because the medication, even if he didn't have it, to be honest, probably if he's not on the meds, he might be more sane, or, well, to be honest, more insane, probably. Probably keeping him less in the goofy cult shit. And that's why he can talk.
What if he's a big mad genius, bro?
I don't think so.
I think he's really sad. more than
I think
anything.
his mind he probably got mind broken. And then the medication just keeps him loopy enough to be, like, sort of sane in a sense, but not really. Because he's on medication. So it's like you either get medicated fucked up Roby, or you get insane, quiet, reserved Roby. which I don't really care for either Ruby, so I don't know. That said, if we try and negotiate to get him like let go, could we somehow do something with him?
The fuck are you suggesting?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Do you want to kill
Use
him?
him as bait. Maybe he still has some mental capacity to remember how to do some occult shit and like lead the way.
Maybe he can summon rats.
Yeah,
Maybe
maybe.
he can
Yeah.
summon rats.
No, we already got
You're
that
right.
apartment filled.
No.
Twice
but,
the
but
rats.
listen. 2 rats.
Maybe he could summon
Just
2 rats. One of them
2
one
rats.
is wearing the Yellow King outfit.
That's really cute. Look at him.
Yeah.
I don't
Terrifying
understand what
though.
he's saying, but I feel kind of weird.
Terrifying.
How many days have I been in the hospital?
Today.
You've been in there for like a day.
I think you just entered.
You did.
Things happen. Sorry, brother.
You just got
Thank you.
poisoned. Yesterday. Last
Was it
night.
poison?
You, Nick, have just now been poisoned.
He was
Oh,
poisoned.
Classic.
Yeah, I
Classic
was poisoned.
poisoning.
Got bit by a snake, man.
Oh, that poison. Okay.
Oh, that.
For some reason, I thought you were like poisoned at a meal or something. Like what the?
Yeah, they invited me to the potluck, but they put him up to something.
They would.
Here, try some barbecue, William. Oh boy, barbecue, my favorite. Oh!
Immediately comatose.
It definitely doesn't have heavy metals laced into it.
It had ground glass and arsenic.
It's full. Your wine's full of. I was just about to reference the ground glass.
Gross.
I like how you started to say it anyway, just like as it was slowly processing. Like,
he
oh,
was still
he beat me
piecing
to
it
it.
together.
Yeah.
Just as you were still piecing it together as the ground glass and arsenic ripped your fucking guts to shreds.
Yeah, the world sure is something
Real
else.
shame.
Oh shit, that's the funniest thing that has ever happened in this game.
When our DM betrayed us.
I didn't betray you.
Betrayed us.
Yeah, you sort
I
of
didn't
did.
know
False
such
sense
thing.
of security, where he lied to our faces.
Yeah, guess what? It's Call of Cthulhu, motherfucker. That's what happens. If you ever feel safe, you're a fucking dummy.
in every moment of your life, not just Call of Cthulhu.
Exactly. I'm always behind you, and I'm always ready to kill you.
I was gonna say, the only time you ever safe in Call of Cthulhu is when you're betraying the party.
Exactly, yeah. Then you're safe for at least a short duration before you are inevitably betrayed.
Yes.
You have at least the entirety of your monologue to be safe.
Exactly.
And then you're betrayed by the person you're helping betray.
Trust no one.
The monologue is
Not even
sacred.
yourself. You'd think that, but in a lot of our games, it's not.
It is sacred.
Why
Oh,
are you
no.
lying?
I listen in.
Remember
on
that one
some-
guy was about to do a monologue and then we gunned him down?
Yeah,
Death to monologuers.
No,
we've only
We've
There's-
done that like
It's-
we've done that
The
multiple
monologue,
times.
the monologue is not sacred in Call of Cthulhu because it's funnier. The monologue is sacred in D&D.
I don't know. I've definitely we've broken monologues, and I've heard monologues broken.
That's when KMS is running. I hold the reins with monologues. I'm a little bitch about it. I'm gonna say
there,
it,
you
shit.
can't say that.
I don't know. I still.
One of
I
the
still-
greatest freedoms of being a player is holding the BEG's nose shut and punching him in the gut as
You
he tries to
can't-
say his
you
monologue.
can't- I'll
It's like, I
keep
cast silence. I cast
monologuing.
counterspell. I cast silence. I cast counter.
I'll
It's like,
finish the monologue on my turn. Talking is a free action.
I throw a rock into his mouth.
He eats it and swallows it and continues undisturbed.
Breakfast of champions.
You can't fucking stop me.
don't talk to me till I've eaten the smug.
Exactly. Alright, so,
The letter.
anyways.
Oh Christ! Eek, these strawberries are just dead.
I feel no real response in telling him anything. But we should probably tell him something or else he won't cooperate. Maybe...
I mean, what do we outright even?
I mean, we don't really have anything to add on Mr.
Anything-
Roby beyond, yep, he does seem out of it. He doesn't seem... What, murderous? Like he has killing intent still? Does
I
seem
can't
broken.
feel his killing intent.
Yeah, exactly. I don't feel it when I look into his eyes. I don't feel it in his energy.
When I checked his vibes, it didn't feel aggressive.
Beyond that, though, I don't really got anything.
See, like, I wish I had something more.
What?
Trust no one. Especially
even
not your
yourself.
DM.
There's no one, not even yourself.
Multi-layered DM. You don't trust the DM doesn't trust himself.
I sure don't.
It's because he can't find his fucking letter.
I just... Alright. You guys can elect not to respond. There's not a gun to
feel-
your head.
I know, but like,
But I see multiple guns in that post. Where are we in this? Are we...
The thing is, like, helping him build his case would be nice, but like, I don't have anything like exactly. I don't know what else like to put on Roby exactly.
Oh, do you
other
want to
than-
keep him locked up?
I don't know if he should be let out. Just because, like, even if he himself won't do anything, like, there's still other people we don't know. Like, we haven't even like interacted with. Like, we still need to know more about like Edwards and all that.
But
You can wait to respond. It's not a couple of weeks till the thing.
this is also true.
I know, but like I said,
I
think
know
it would
that
help build his
fucking-
case.
Let's see there. Graham hasn't fucking told us shit yet.
Graham has yet to respond to your letter.
Bastard.
Do you think he's like illiterate?
I think he just didn't like our letter. I don't remember what we said in it. I don't think he liked it.
We were very polite.
When was his letter dated? Like, how long did it take to get to us?
Oh, that's a good point. What date does it say on this letter? Do people have to
What
date
date
letters?
does it say on the letter? It's
Yeah,
about
like,
2
when
days old.
The fuck, Graham?
Wait, what?
I was talking about. No,
Yeah, I know, but I'm just thinking, like, comparatively, I'm like, damn.
Well, this is also from a place a little bit farther away from London. You sent a letter to a guy who's in London.
Shouldn't that be quicker?
Yes.
Exactly.
That's why I'm talking shit.
What an
Oh,
asshole!
you made it sound like you're.
No, I'm not
excusing
defending him.
I'm like, no, he's a bastard. He's a wascal.
Like,
with no
I swear,
respect for
I was
knights.
fucking throne right. Shit. All right. Well, do we want to tell him about Edwards then and see if he can look up anything on him? But I don't know if he's going to be able to.
Oh, I mean, do we want to fill him in on everything we've learned? Or
That's a lot.
I guess
That would-
anything.
That would be a lot.
Like, I don't.
Well, that's what I mean. Like, trying to find key points about Alexander is, I don't know of anything that could pin him on anything.
No.
That's
No,
what I mean.
Unless we just say he was into some occult stuff.
All we know is he's just heavily involved in all this, but, like, what?
Involved in what? And why have you not contacted the local constabulary?
Well, we totally have. It's they're working on it. Yeah. You wouldn't know him. He goes to a different constable.
He's from Wales.
Oh, Jesus Christ, he's even a person?
No, that's why we hired him. He's cheaper.
The man from Wales perks up. Did you say sheep?
No, stop that. Don't do that.
Oh, there
The
might be
best actually, I think the only person I've known from Britain, but still the best person I've known from Britain
Is from
is
Wales.
Welsh. I love you, Jack.
I love you, Jack.
Wales is fine. They got all those clarfs.
Mm-hmm.
I like that.
Yeah.
What's your language sound like? It sounds like I am having a stroke. Perfect. Great language. Better than
perfect.
English. English for dorks.
Seriously, we're like I'd like to use my credit card. Fuck that.
Yeah.
Do you have any non-dairy creamer? Come back now,
Hello.
you hear?
I would like to buy a hamburger with my credit card.
I've done that before. Good feeling.
My favorite feeling is getting charged extra for using my card to buy like a bag of mints at the convenience store.
The life.
Well,
The touch, the feel of cotton.
Hill?
Hank Hill.
Huh.
Yeah.
I guess we should let's just like tell him if he can see anything about like M. Edwards, if Roby, any friends of Roby that he know that starts with M. Edward.
Medward.
So we just tell him that he has a friend called M. Edwards.
Yeah, that we're trying to learn more about. If you have any ideas, or could investigate anything else about him, that would be nice. But like I said,
But why are we investigating his friend?
because we cannot find this friend, and this friend does a lot with did a lot with Roby back in the day. God, there's a whole fucking.
But I mean, like.
Oh my God, there's so fucking much.
What? Because if we're going with the side of Alexander Roby is bad and he killed his father and sister.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think there's anything else we need to tell him.
Just we have our doubts, or like we just think
Or
that
are
he
we
actually
trying to-
is the bad.
Well, then why are we advocating for him to be locked up for murder? If we think he might not have done the murder.
No, that's not. God. He might not have directly done it, but like. Then again, that's not what we would be trying to argue.
Or do we want to say, like, we think that M. Edwards helped him commit the murders? And that's why we're looking for him. But then it still goes back to the why haven't we told the cops? Not that they'll be able to find anything.
Does Highsmith want us to be? Just tell the cop.
I mean, if you say, hey, I think that there's more to this murder case, I think somebody else murdered them or helped murder them, you'd be like, well, tell the police as well. Most people are like, oh my God, somebody else helped kill people in this murder case?
But I mean, it'd be nice to keep him informed somewhat.
Yeah, but I mean, like, if we tell him that,
I don't think he's gonna immediately just tell us to like go and tell.
I mean, it's a letter. He can't immediately tell us anything.
Like, yes. I'm just saying, I don't know if his first thought would really be, oh my God, go to the police about this.
I mean, we could just lie and say that we're gonna tell the police.
Or that we have told the police.
Yeah.
I don't know how much he interacts with the police. Considering this is involving a murder case, it might involve the police still. Or is it closed? Is the case closed?
The case is officially closed.
Okay. So the hearing will not involve policemen, right?
You've never been to
Yeah, you're right.
a hearing of this kind. You don't know much about it.
I do not.
So I mean, that's what I'm trying to, like, we should tell him so he gets an idea of what's going on. Because I don't think he's going to tell us to go to the police to reopen it. And even if he does tell us, I don't think he's going to, like... I don't think anything bad would happen out of it. I don't think it'd be like, wow, fuck you guys for not
No,
wanting
but
police and
our
all that.
like integrity would be called into question. Like, you didn't tell the cops about a potential murder suspect.
I mean, it wouldn't be really fair because we also just don't have like much evidence depicting like on him hard, you know. It'd be really weird to go with the police, us thinking, hey, this guy could have committed murder. What you got on him?
I don't know. It also sounds weird to me to go out of your way to just investigate a man who you think helped commit a murder.
I'm just
Or
saying
who
it
did
would be helpful to find this man, in the very least.
Yeah, okay, so we can say that
Getting an idea of this
we
man
think
and
that
like where
Mr.
he could
Roby
even
might
be.
have had help, or that he...
You don't even have to say that. Just say that
Okay,
this guy
guy
had...
that's not here.
Listen. I'm gonna drop a big bomb on you.
Down.
Mm-hmm.
All right, no, listen. All right.
Okay.
All you have to
I'm
fucking tell
listening.
him is that, hey, we're going to contact an associate of his to see like what his opinion on the situation is. That's it. You don't tell him too much. You don't tell him too little.
I feel like we're just thinking Highsmith is just not going to be on our side on this thing.
No, Dr. Highsmith will be on our side if we're trying to lock him up. Because Dr.
That-
Highsmith wants him locked
That's
up.
what I mean. Like, I don't think we have to worry this much about him.
Actually, Dr.
Really?
Highsmith was one of the guys
Yeah, he
championing
wanted
the
him to
cause
be
to release him.
Who was the other guy then? Fuck.
Graham
Was it-
wanted him to stay put.
No, Dr.
Dr. Trollope also wanted him to stay put,
Who is dead.
who's dead.
Rest in peace.
Okay, I was getting doctors mixed up. My bad.
Requiescat in pace. Trollope.
Murdered.
Greasy smoking man laughs and dances into the night.
He's committed 2 murders? 3, technically. Well, 2.
It's 2.
I was
Bunch
thinking
of
about the one
injuries.
that William committed, but it's 2.
I mean, probably more, but 2 right now.
Well, 2 known.
Find a lot more later.
Including the rest of the party.
That's right.
Huh?
I mean, like I said, at the very least, asking about it in associates that he might have known, like Edwards.
Yeah, I think so Alexander Roby, we think he probably did commit. He might be a danger still, and we're going to look into it further. And then tell him we'll keep you up to date when we find out where this man's is, and we could ask him if he knows Edwards or if
That's
Mr.
what I
Roby's
want
ever
to.
talked about
That's
him.
what I want to do.
Sure, let's go with that.
'Cause I want to.
Dear
I don't think he was gonna find much on him, but
Dr. Highsmith.
do.
I think Mr. Roby should stay. There you go.
Dear Dr. Highsmith, we think Mr. Roby should stay locked up. However, we're looking into more information on one of his friends that might be related, an M. Edwards. If you find anything out about the individual, please let us know. Love, Dr. Pringles.
That's not my name.
Edwards.
It's not my name.
Because I think the letter was addressed
Dr.
to...
Pringles.
That's not my name.
That was, the letter was addressed to him, right?
It was addressed to Mr. Prenglier.
Yeah.
Or Dr. Prenglier.
Yeah. So, let's do that.
This isn't his handwriting. He's been killed. I'd better send a SWAT team to their townhouse and tell them to fire at movement.
Please do.
Whoa. You're not the Denver Police Department. Come on.
Oh no.
You're not
The
police
Bobbies.
department.
Bump, 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 bump.
Yeah, they destroyed someone's house because a person who robbed a convenience store pulled up in their bathroom.
And then refused to pay for it.
I like that.
And they refused to pay for it, and the court ruled in the cops' favor.
When I heard about it, I thought it was just one hole. It did like
No,
fucking 13,
they destroyed the
14.
whole home.
That creates a cop killer.
Oh,
We talk about the guy, what was his name? You know, the one that's just now with the 30-round mag.
Hmm?
The cops thing, the gun thing.
I don't know if it was anything, but I think they might have been like afraid he had a weapon, so they just broke down a bunch of fucking. Even though I'm pretty sure they even outright said that like he probably just doesn't have anything.
Was
But
it
he
Whiskey
didn't.
Warrior?
I forget. I want to find the fucking story water. Anyways, yeah. So they put like 13, 14 holes in this guy's house, and they didn't pay for it.
Not nice. Oh, yeah, I heard about that.
Like the house was
Price of
unlivable after that.
That's the price of justice.
Hell yeah, brother.
A good old-fashioned case of a cab.
A good old-fashioned case of, well, you got the guy, but look at the city.
Good job. You beat the level, but where's baby Moses?
That's fine. That's fine.
Denver police acting like a Call of Cthulhu party out here. We did it, Patrick. We saved the city. Alright, so you pen that letter and set it to be sent. And it is. Or at
Good.
least
Now to get a
went into the
response
mailbox.
in 4 to 6 days, maybe.
Oh, it took 2 days, so...
Two
Yeah,
days
well,
for
2
the
days
letter
to get
reach.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, be a little
Oh, you
while
mean
before
for
you
his
get a
response.
response.
Sorry, okay, yeah. You're right.
2 days to get there, maybe 2 days to write the letter, 2 days to get back.
If he even has anything to add to us. To our stuff. Or we'll just have to send the next one.
Please respond.
I'm gonna write one up for fucking Graham in a bit. I swear to God.
Go for
Bitch.
it. Do it.
Bitch! I just write a letter saying, bitch!
You immediately receive a response. It says,
Fucker, I knew it!
meet me outside
Whoa.
meet me outside my mansion, about to fuck you up.
Ooh,
Uh-oh.
call die.
Oh no!
Oh,
Dying.
That's when you respond. That's when you respond. The wind cannot move the mountain, but a single fart brings you across the lake.
Shut the fuck up, Cam.
Hold on, we need to throw in some stupid shit that's from the person themselves.
Oh, no.
No, you don't.
Hold on, let's see.
Alright, so now we're done with that. Now he'll be on our side at least. Alright.
You need to throw in like a Bronson says hi in there, Cam.
The rest of the day is before you if there's anything you want to do.
I want to
Which book was the one we read the chime
read
of?
the things I got. Did I write them
I'm
down?
pretty sure I thought we read the
Yeah, you read the book. You didn't do a full study of the book. That'll take longer, but you read the book, and Joseph learned the vagaries of a spell that
that
can
the-
be performed with the little bell you got.
Spell bell.
Which book
Spell
was that?
spell.
Was that the tome one?
I
Or-
gotta
It was
open
the
my.
it was the
sheet.
tome you guys got from Bacon's house.
Did we read the King in Yellow?
Let me see. I got the Turner Codex tome, the
Yeah,
King in
that's-
Yellow,
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
bacon
like,
receipts,
I'm trying to remember. Did we read the?
a bell and bowl with runes.
You read the receipts. You didn't find out anything super useful from them. You read the codex, and that's where you got the spell. And I believe you went over the king. Yeah, you went over the King in Yellow, and it was a sinister play, essentially. But you didn't get a ton of information from it.
Is that the one where we sat in the living room and read it and got nothing?
I think so.
Damn, but I was hoping
Okay.
it'd be like something different from the play or something. That'd be...
It seemed to be the source material for the play that you guys initially saw.
That's good, Kim. That's not like that. It says he loves you. Classic. Wait. Wander by the Sea. That's a tome as well, right?
Yeah.
Technically.
Is the King in Yellow? Did we get a grimoire, or am I crazy?
The Turner Codex, that's where you got the
Yeah,
spell.
we get a
Oh,
bunch of
I
books.
put it as a tome.
Well, that's what it's called.
Yeah.
They don't call them fucking grimoires.
I don't know if there was
I
a
would call
difference
my
if there
book a
were
grimoire.
levels to these things.
It's just tomes.
Okay. Never mind. Never mind.
I think you guys destroyed your copy of Der Wanderer Dictancy, didn't
We
you?
did. However, we found two copies
found
in.
more.
That's true. Did you take them? I don't remember.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, he
I wrote them down in my thing,
All
along
right.
with an ink and quill.
wanted
Yes.
more.
Oh
I
boy,
stuffed a
it's
lot
time
of-
to roll some 100s.
I
Yeah,
stuffed a lot of shit into
boy!
my bag in that house.
Get
I was
those
just like,
fucking dice out. Get ready to go
I-
crazy!
now
I
make
just
sure
threw
to
them
get
all in my
these.
bag. Here, let's
Make-
do a test roll.
Now, get the red ones, because those are the ones I weighted, okay?
Yeah.
Let's see, what do we get as a practice? 62. I think that would have failed.
That's why you gotta push it.
Passed.
You gotta
There-
push it. Push it.
there
Alright,
would've
alright, alright,
passed.
let's do a roll. 23.
That's pretty good.
Nice. All right. Well, do we have anything planned beyond reading the books? Do we have any? What was the name of the spell?
The spell that
Involving
you
the bell?
got?
Yes.
If I can scroll
I
up.
thought I.
Wait, we had like an actual chime with it or something.
Back
right? Or-
Yes.
Yes. There was a bell and a bowl.
You technically got two spells called
Sound the Pure and Ring.
Sound the Pure and Ring the Pure. Yes.
Sound the pure
Yes.
and ring the pure.
Yes.
He gave us a little thing here. Let me put it
Yeah.
here.
Ah, that's where. Okay, that explains. Why.
That's the thing. Those are the little prayer spells that you got that can apparently be used with the little chime that you found. You're not entirely sure what they do. This is pretty much the depth of your knowledge on that.
They didn't hear a bell ring when the murders happened, right?
No. At least nobody described hearing one.
We could try and
They heard a
investigate
whistle.
what TETHULHU is. I don't know
Maybe this
how
will
it
help
really-
stop it because, I mean, that's what it says. Or not like
Well,
outright.
one
says it, but
says
it's just stealing the song
TETHULHU's
of the
voice
birds
or
and
ring
flying.
TETHULHU's chime.
Quieting the call of the
Is
beast.
TETHULHU?
I mean, obviously that doesn't outright say it, but
I feel
I
like
feel-
one is a stop and the other is a go,
yeah.
but like the first one is a stop, the second one is a go. The first one mentions stilling the song of the birds and quieting the call of the beasts, even stopping the breath of the air. And the other one says, we praise his name roaring. And then something.
I'm sure it's
Also, Nick, I'm pretty sure I learned a spell from the Wanderer by the Sea, but I did not write it down. Do you know what it was?
I don't think you did.
I thought I did. I'm pretty sure I got some shitty spell. I was like, I got something out of this. Besides death.
Mm,
Maybe I can see if it was...
maybe you did. I don't remember if I gave it to you.
I think he just told me it when I was in the hospital bed. And I have no idea what it was called.
You... Honestly, you massively failed your roll, so if I said that you got it before, I think you probably shouldn't have, so we're just gonna say that you didn't.
How dare you? Okay.
Get his ass. What do you mean? It's right here.
Oh. Anything else? We can skip to the next interesting thing.
Important. What time?
How dare you suggest skipping time? We're playing Dead Rising here, okay?
We aren't. We aren't.
I need to
I don't
doing-
care how many times you're gonna tell us that there will be days when nothing happens. We're gonna use it to its fullest.
I
This
wish
is
to
great
try.
content.
Skip days.
I
Biggest
wish to
survivors.
try and research CTHULHU, even though I don't think we'll get anything.
Go to the library, make a library use roll.
Instant transmission to the library.
Listen, I don't have to
Roll
describe you
drive.
driving there every fucking time.
Roll drive.
That's gonna be unfortunate.
What time even is it?
I got a hard.
Hard? You don't find
Yeah.
shit.
Oh,
See, like that's what he was gonna do anyway.
Well,
just because of how quick he was going on.
I wanted to give it the old college try.
Unfortunately, at the public library, they do not have a book on CTHULHU.
You never know.
You know where they do
Sometimes-
have it? That
I
fancy
mean-
library that they went to.
To be fair,
Probably got
I
a
do
thing.
not know if this is actually related to a mythological beast of sorts.
You now suspect it may be.
Like the
Well,
unicorn?
I mean, like one that's in Legends and stuff, that would be at the library. But it isn't. So. Now I don't know.
It's got to be the fancy one. I'm telling you.
It's gonna be the what?
It's got to be at the fancy library. You know where the boys went.
Oh, the locked library?
Yeah,
Yeah, it
where
could
you
be.
get cool pass. It's probably where all the cool
Maybe
stuff is.
Mr. Graham can hook us up one day.
It's probably got cool
He never
comics there too.
responds. Oh shit, who was the one that got the boys into the... Wait, no, they go off of ID or something. There's not a fancy pass card, is there?
No.
Okay. Yeah, it's like they're on a list. I was like,
Yeah.
maybe
You get your name on a list and then they let you through.
You gotta be.
maybe if
dope.
we steal their ID, we can pretend that we're them. I don't think that's the case, though. Oh well. Let's see, what else? Well, let's go to bed and read some books. Who wants to read one of the Wanderer by the Sea tomes?
No.
It's me.
Really?
Why the fuck
Again?
are you like this?
Alright, go for it.
No. Stop.
Make a roll.
Stop.
Nut
I
up.
learn. I have a yearning for knowledge.
First of all,
You
First of
still
all,
have
make the
nine
s-
other. You still have 9 other fingers.
make the reading roll first.
The reading roll.
Yeah, the English known.
The what? Sorry.
The
Like
language. Been forgetting to do that.
It's... Wait, it's in English, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Should be language on.
Okay, then...
No, wait, it's
normal?
in German. It's in English
Oh.
and German, actually. So...
Then can I?
You can, but you'll miss big chunks of it.
What the fuck did I just throw that time? Oh. Well, I got a normal, so...
Okay. You understand the English parts fairly well. Make a sanity roll.
Alright.
So does he have like one of those disabilities or whatever where he's just like, I've got to do this? Like, you know how Dick was like big on the slime shit?
It seems that's the case.
This is a
player disability, my bad.
yes. That's what I was trying to say.
How do we
Oh,
cure
we're
that?
fine.
It's a
29.
brain worm.
29, you take a
Which is
point
a
of sanity damage. And as you sort of blunder your way through this half-German text, you, as opposed to last time where it seemed like something in your mind just sort of dislodged, this time you managed to keep your composure, making your way through the book, and once you get pretty much to the conclusion as, like, night has fallen and pretty much everybody else has probably gone to bed by now, you stare at it and you're like, alright, that really doesn't make a lot of sense without the German. I'm not sure what the fuck this thing is even saying.
Dope.
Nice.
Well, maybe
Have you ever also forgot the
Hans's
house
father
about all
can
that,
read this at some point.
that crazy shit? Do we ever want to attempt to go back again?
If you ever
What?
want, just ask me.
Attempt what?
The fucking house we left with all that shit, because we never actually saw what wasn't, like, if there was anything else in the basement.
Mr.
other than-
Bacon?
Yes. Yeah.
Uh,
I mean, I obviously don't think we should go anytime right now. But, like, what if there's more stuff in the basement? Because obviously there was stuff.
I mean, there's stuff. Whether there's anything of value stuff, I don't know. There's obviously some shit. If we do go, we will need healthy boys with guns. And we will probably cause a ruckus
Unless
amongst
we
the
have...
neighborhood.
We gotta
And
learn,
we should go during the daytime.
we gotta learn cool things.
Also, I will stay far back when that happens. Because I do not know how to use a gun.
Well, if that ever happened.
Anyways, I go to bed.
Alright.
And we have a watch order set up still, right?
Yep.
Oh, actually, I think it changes now because Anchor's back, right? Or wait, no. He's still in the hospital tonight?
Anker's still in the hospital
Yeah,
for one more
never mind.
day.
Then we're good.
The night passes uneventfully. Nothing untoward happens. You wake up.
I'm awake.
Oh boy, time to leave the hospital.
Oh boy, time to leave the hospital.
Wait, the night happened? That means I heal?
No. No, fool. You have a major
You
wound.
heal weekly.
You.
You need to wait.
Can't I just fucking like scrape and lick the poison out?
Yeah,
need
but
to
you
wait
still got a
6
major
more-
wound. The poison's out now.
Otherwise, you'd be dead.
It's not still in there.
The poison's out, but the liver scarring is forever.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
Just like real life.
Actually, the liver scarring is for a week.
Thereabouts.
We have very healthy immune systems.
I'm
We got like
strong.
stem cells everywhere.
You can
Power of magic.
you can make another roll in another 6 days.
Oh boy. Can't wait for next year.
It's fast approaching.
Anything you guys
We're
want to do
almost
today?
Done.
Wait, what time was it even?
Morning.
Morning.
Alright.
We don't have any other plans besides. What plans do we have? We haven't heard any other
I think
things
we're
from
just
that
waiting on-
mystery guy, right?
From the guy, Gresty, who sent you that sloppy
Yeah.
letter, you haven't heard anything from him since then.
Okay. So. Yeah. Anybody else? I mean, well, now that Anker is back, I guess we go to the hospital and we check in and say hello, and then get him and leave.
He can leave the hospital on his own, but yeah, you
Who's-
head to the hospital. Anker saunters out of the building, hale and healthy, surviving his encounter.
Yeah.
The police briefly detain him, but allow him to go ultimately, knowing that there is a possibility they may follow up with him in the future regarding the death of his friend.
Oh, well.
No, he's going to be detained.
Is somebody watching William? Is it Felix? Is he watching? William?
Is
Or is nobody?
somebody staying with William? Is
Yeah,
that
I thought,
happening?
I thought
That's
Felix was.
that's Felix. Felix
Okay.
has been the hospital guard.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, we
Guys,
maybe
my-
changed our watch order then. Actually.
Guys, my
Well, now
mom
that
just
Anker's
gave
back,
me
he can
Snoopy
take his
snacks.
place.
Guys, it just
Wow.
got
Me and
Snoopy
Felix are talking
Did
about
you
his
know?
mini hats
Yeah.
and why he wears them.
Yeah, yeah.
I say, why does he wear the hat?
snacks. Why is it so small? Why is it a mini hat?
Why are you closed?
I mean, we do gotta change it, but like, there's still like there's still 3 of us to cover the night.
Yeah, but I have Felix as one of the watch.
Well, then just replace.
I
him.
edited. Look,
Stop fighting! Fuck you! Stop it right now!
Stop fighting,
I've
Chief.
edited the watch order list.
You didn't even spell that right.
I know it
Got
has a
it.
G, fucker.
Yeah, but you're dumb.
You're dumb.
You know.
Dude, you can't say that to him. That's like saying, bad things about the teacher. You're gonna get your ass.
Shut up. This is why you're not invited to the potluck, you bitch.
Yeah, exactly. You're only invited to the potluck if you got the nuts to stand up to
Because
the
you're
teacher.
the teacher's pet.
Why is the teacher throwing the fucking potluck?
Because it's his house.
That's fucked
But
up. That's
But
weird.
he doesn't invite you because it's like, the fucking guy's always trying to suck my
Fucking
dick.
brown nosing bitch. I hate that
Seriously.
guy.
all the other the kids, they show up to the potluck and they just like they like, ooh, baked beans, and they fucking tip the pot.
And the teacher is just like, this is so fucking good. I have such a humiliation fetish.
What is happening in the back?
So,
That was
That's
a pot of baked
that's the
beans.
fucking the beans over
that was the knocking over the
into
beans.
the plastic
Yeah.
tub.
Please pay no heed to the strange
beans.
sounds. Everything
fun
is
there.
fine. We're all fine over here.
We have fun here, except for you.
Dude, holy fuck.
Yeah.
Oh, I just opened the Wikipedia page I forgot I had open about the fucking. Hold on a second. It's
All right, the joke's over now.
Yeah,
No,
it's
it's
not.
a it's
you missed your
uh,
shot.
it's not a joke. It's just it's a massive plutonium that was going to be used for a third nuke on Japan, and it's called the Demon Core.
But why is it so much more fucking different than the other? What the fuck?
Yeah, Fat Man, Little Boy, and the Demon Core.
It's called the Demon Core because it killed a bunch of scientists because they were dumb shits.
Oh no.
Good.
Soviet science.
I still
hate
feel like that's just so
science.
fucking
Yeah.
like.
There was even a point where like they were using it for demonstrations, and at one point one of the scientists doing the demonstration actually accidentally dropped one half it on the other, so it activated and then gave the entire classroom a lethal dose of radiation.
Nice.
Jesus
Nice.
Christ. What a
That's why I
fucking
hate
what a
scientists.
boob.
Damn,
It should
we gotta
be the way
name
God
this thing after
intended.
that
Radiation
demon
goes
core.
in, radiation goes out. You can't explain that.
Radiation stays on.
Rest in peace, those men.
Well, what else should we do? Should we try and break into Francis Braken's house again?
Fuck,
Breaking?
not now. No.
We got Anker.
But I don't think we're gonna take him down.
Actually, how is Mr. Nussverkaufer with a gun?
He's got a 50.
He's got a 50?
He's got a 50 in gun and a 50 in hands too.
Oh, that's what you meant. I was like, he's got a 50?
Remember when we used
No.
characters that weren't just combat machines?
Hey,
No.
50 is perfectly
Yeah,
average.
I do.
I had to defend my Obstgarten.
My
The
character
not thieves
died.
would take us in nuts.
I am also guilty of making characters that have stupidly high combat stats.
Actually, what does he have?
No wonder we get into combat.
Gun
so-
percent.
Hey, only half of my characters are
Look,
gun percent
it's
I
characters.
made a character
How many
that
of
didn't
them
have
died?
gun stats, and he died.
2 of 4.
I'm barely, and I'm not even strapped. I've got
Well,
a Luger.
your guy who had no gun stats died because they brought down Cthulhu on the roof of the building.
It's true. I think I was the only casualty.
It's kind of
wasn't I?
extraneous, yeah, remarkably.
Yeah.
I was a little bit lenient to you guys. I really should have killed everybody, but I wanted to make it winnable.
We wanted out of that thing very, very badly. And it worked.
Some might call me a coward for not instantly evaporating the party, but whatever.
Do it anyway.
What would you call those people that would say that?
I would say they're correct.
No, we had plot armor.
Not all of you.
Yeah.
I still made it hard. You guys kept rolling high, so fuck. My leniency was giving you a chance to escape, basically.
I don't know what else.
Anyways,
I feel like everything that else is just waiting.
Do we want to wait for William to be good to go back to Mr. Bacon's house? Or do we just not want to?
Bacon.
I don't think we should go to Bacon's house right now.
So we wait for William? If we're going back
Like I
then?
said, I don't even know if we're gonna go back. I'm just.
Well, I mean, you have to decide on when you would then.
He
don't
just
think-
said that he doesn't even, like...
He was the one that suggested it.
Well, of course,
I
because
thought
it's an
you
idea.
suggested it.
I
No,
did no such. I don't think I did.
I did suggest the idea that
Yeah, he
like there
suggested
could be
there's
a possibility
stuff
that like
in the
we might
basement.
go back, but like because like there could be something in the basement. But
so you're
it-
reconsidering it.
it's not gonna. I don't think it should happen now. Not even when if William comes back from the hospital, just because we're gonna have like a whole fight because we know there's a fuck ton of things in there,
It's true.
bad things,
It's
and
true.
like I don't know if just going guns blazing is gonna fix it. So. I'm just saying that is one avenue, but other than that, I think everything else is waiting on someone to contact us.
Actually.
Or we're trying to find, like, Edwards, but, you know, we don't have anything on him.
Yeah. Alright, well then we could just
I feel like there was
pass the
some-
day
Is there
doing...
someone else we're supposed to talk to? Phil.
Be real close to the mic to say that.
There was talk of Quarry, but he's on the continent, so...
Yeah. Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. Also, you could try to find Combs, everyone's favorite.
That's who it was. What do we have on Combs? Hold on.
What do we...
Okay, all I know is like Combs and all I got is Combs is like Bacon's buddy, but I don't know if like
Well, we had his address, but
did we consider this?
No.
where the fuck do I have an address written down?
I
Yeah,
don't know.
I don't really have anything on Combs other than that.
It must have been Corey's address that I wrote down.
The most you know is that he's a smoker. That's like basically your... He's a chain smoker and he's really tall.
This is very good, very helpful.
Strong accent. Hmm.
But how strong is he?
Why would he smoke chain?
Bro, it's him. It's him, the chain smoker.
I just don't know.
He starts playing the piano.
No, stop it.
Is that what they do?
I have no fucking idea. I literally have no idea.
I guess you're like delivery on that makes more sense now because you like hesitated. He starts playing. What does he play? The piano.
I have no.
He started
fucking
playing the piano?
Basically, I have no fucking idea.
Sing us a song, you're the chain smoker, man.
No.
Sing
No.
us a song tonight.
No, stop it.
Stop singing a
All in
song.
the
Shut the fuck up.
This doesn't fucking.
For
The
a
night
murder
smells
now.
like a cig.
Smells like a cigarette.
He
Like
said,
Wait, hold on. Gretzky said he's
I
gonna
can't
write
believe
us
you
again.
would
Did
say
he
that.
already? Wait, this is the same night we came back, or the same day? Wait, no, this is the same. This is the night after.
What?
Wait,
this is this is you did it 2 nights ago.
okay. And Gretzky has
Yesterday
not-
was the day after. This is the next day.
Okay, Gretzky
Yeah.
says he will write again, but he has not yet, right?
Close
No.
my eyes and
Okay.
seize it.
Not that we know.
I
I
clench
clench
my fist and eat it.
I
I-
light my torch and
Can we
burn.
just take it like a cursory drive
I
past
worship.
Mr.
Yeah.
Bacon's house to make sure it's not burning or something, and then we could just spend the day skipped?
You could try driving by and just seeing what's going on.
I could try.
Right, is
Yeah.
there gonna be a fucking gunfight? Unless it's gonna be an ambush?
Yeah.
Roll
They have turrets
drive.
set up. They have
I
turrets
just
set up.
want to make
Watch
sure
out.
it's not like suddenly the cops found his corpse and like going to his house, or there's the schools went. wild or
Remember,
something.
Nick. If there are
Fucking
cops nearby,
Yakuza
you have
would be
to
running.
tell them. That's the law.
You'll be running
I
around
mean,
the
if there are
city.
cops nearby.
Do you want to
it's-
drive past his house during the course of the day?
Yeah,
Okay.
I don't see why not.
So, at some point during the day, you guys pile into the car. Do a little slow drive past his neighborhood, past his house, where you can see the whole bitch is lined off with police tape,
There it is.
and there are cop cars outside.
There it is. Okay. Well, not going back there. Problem solved. Not gonna. I don't know, Bronson. Do you want to ask the cops what's going on, or
No,
okay?
unless.
No,
I mean, I could just be a passerby, you know.
you're gonna have to go.
Criminals always return to the scene of the crime, Bronson.
It's
She's gonna
true.
start
we
beating
do.
you with her fucking.
They ain't got
billy
anything
clubs.
on me.
I'm an American boy. I
They're
haven't
gonna
done
plant
anything.
shit on you. You know how the shit works. Don't do it, Bronson.
As soon
Wait,
as you
I-
get out of the car, they're going to throw a handful of cocaine at your chest and then open fire center mass.
Wait, that's not Goku Black.
They're going to plant the very night right inside of you, Bronson. But it's okay. We're near.
Yes, I agree with that.
Your
Oh, you know
soil is
what, we
weak,
could-
dry, and lifeless.
We can find out pretty easily if he's dead. Let's just read the newspaper and see if he's in the obituary. And if we see him dead, that's the reason they're there. If not, it's because the ghouls did some shit.
There are a lot of things you could call Bronson, but you can't call him.
Didn't
You
you get a
wanna
letter from
check
someone?
you wanna check the obits?
Yeah, Sir Mr. Bacon.
There is an
Lawrence.
obituary for a Mr. Lawrence Bacon.
There is.
Jesus.
Wait, hold up. Didn't we get a letter? Like, who was the guy who said, "Hey, go do this thing"? Like the guy who sent us on the snake.
Gretzky, the one we were talking about
Gretzky.
earlier.
Yeah, Gretzky.
Hmm?
Gretzky.
Gresty.
The one he hasn't responded yet.
He has
Correct.
not sent you guys.
And
a
he said
second
that he
letter.
was going to distract Bacon, right?
He said he was going to distract Combs
Yes.
Oh. Oh, okay. There goes
because
my
Combs
theory.
was supposed to be shadowing
Yeah.
Bacon,
Yeah.
which would have made things much harder.
Oh.
So we're waiting on Gretzky's response. Gretzky. Wayne
The great
Gretzky.
one.
Yeah.
I was waiting
Uh,
for someone to say Wayne Gretzky.
We've said we do this every
I'm
time.
pretty sure we've said it.
No,
We
no,
have to,
many
it's
times.
required.
Yeah, but he was waiting on this one. Though.
Yes.
On Sophie, that one.
Well,
No, this specific
session.
instant.
Yeah, right now.
And
And also
well, they found his body. Maybe by comb. Who knows? Doesn't matter.
Yeah, that guy's fucking deaf cares.
We did it. High five, everybody.
What does it say in the obituary? Say he was shot to death, or does
Suck,
it
he was a
say
bitch.
he had snake hands?
It says that he was found murdered.
Oh my god.
What?
Doesn't
A
go into
murder?
more detail.
Oh my god.
Wait, who killed? Was it me?
Yes. Let's see.
Did it say who? Is it an open and shut? Is a hobo in the streets or?
No, it appears there's an
Dang.
ongoing investigation.
All right. Well, let's never return to that place
No, that's all
unless
agreed.
we absolutely
When
have to.
when a moderately wealthy business owner is found with his head exploded in the canal, the cops tend to tend to look into it.
Well, they should have asked about the dead homeless man next to him. Maybe he had the gun.
You
He
never
wasn't
shot
that
him.
close to him. He chased you
Yeah.
guys down the canal for a little while.
Oh, did he? Oh.
Yeah.
You know what you should have done? Should have planted a gun on the dead homeless man.
Then they would have
Classic.
just determined that he died before. And then it just
No,
would have been
they don't
more
have
confusing.
All right, we put a gun in Mr. Bacon's hands. Killed himself.
And then they're gonna be like,
Okay,
he
multiple
killed
gunshot
himself with a
wounds.
rifle?
Multiple
Women.
gunshot wounds.
We put a gun in Bronson's hand and we pocket him.
Drop
give
him off
up
at the
Bronson.
police
Alright,
station.
anyways. That's what you see outside the house. And in the obits.
All right, well, we go home.
That sounds like a fun
And I say,
cereal.
I can't wait for us to run out of ideas and try and break into his house again.
Alright.
And then I plan the inevitable break into his house.
You guys go home.
Does anybody else
You
wanna
take
do
your
anything?
watches. Oh, are you doing anything else?
Does anybody want to read a tome? I asked Mr. Nussverkaufer.
No.
I have
Yes,
this tome.
Anker.
It has some German, so I think
Anker
you're
wants
the
to
only
read
one
the
that can
tome
read it.
with German.
What is wrong with you?
Okay. How about you, Mr. Nussverkaufer? I have a second copy.
This is a magic book.
Yes, you may be driven insane. I gestured to my finger. It did some wonders on me.
It's not worth it.
I learned nothing. Actually, I got some occult knowledge. But
He's still
other
got a
than that,
bandage
nothing.
suspiciously wrapped around his forehead.
I would like to maintain my sanity. I'll need to continue running my business once I've avenged my son.
Okay, fair enough. I would just, if you ever need it, you know,
I won't.
doors open.
Eyes was closed.
Closes the door.
I open it again. I have an open door policy.
I like the idea that Giselher is just like sitting in the living room, like just staring at the door, unblinking for the entire duration of his stay. He doesn't sleep. He doesn't interact with anyone.
But anytime the party goes to leave, he gets up and he moves to the door. when
Yeah.
he starts leaving.
I very carefully open the door and put my gun out each time.
Yeah.
In case. Just in case.
Anytime he is not in the townhouse, he has his gun out.
It's true.
Anytime he's in the townhouse, he also has his gun out.
Sun's
Alright.
out, guns out.
So, Anker, you're gonna try to read that fucking thing?
Yeah.
Just give me a language roll.
I watch with interest.
Uh,
Yeah, Mr.
both
Newfie-
language own and other. Right.
Yes.
Alright, this is for language own. I'm gonna push that.
Damn.
I'm literate.
Oh,
Alright.
Bragging.
Okay, a normal on the language own.
Okay.
If he failed that, would he just not read it?
And then for
You would
the
just not be able to
German.
really decipher what was going on.
Oh, okay.
Alright.
These things are hard to read.
Hard for the German.
Okay. And so you feel like you've got a pretty good handle on the comprehensibility of this book. Give me the sanity roll. And roll 100 or you're fired.
Alright.
Oh,
Roll 100 or I'm fired.
Yeah.
73.
That a failure?
No, it's a success.
Ooh, hot dog. You take a point of sanity damage as you all night spend poring over this tome, sort of enraptured by its story, which is this sort of tale of a man plagued by dreams, and all these dream visions are, all of them are written in German, which is why it's so incomprehensible when it's read just in English. You miss all the context. But they're beautifully described, and there's a lot of imagery of lakes and cities apparating from nothing, and the alignment of stars. It's all very, very poetic, even. It's actually a rather nice read. And as you do, following the tracing of the words, you come across sequences that seem to align, parts of it that seem to connect, and you realize suddenly, like you did when you first read of the evocation of the fiery burning doom, you realize these are instructions for a spell. And you're not sure precisely what it does, or what it's for, but you know the spell Bespeak the End of Day.
Dog.
Swag.
Sorry, Bespeak the End of the Day. Still, same vibe.
We're gonna summon Princess Luna.
Yeah.
Neat.
You also know that the spell must be performed in German.
Neat.
All right.
So that's what you get from that. And though your mind is sort of reeling when you go to bed, you feel at peace. Is that all for today?
I think so.
Alright.
Yeah.
You guys go to bed. Again, the night is uneventful. And you wake up on November the 16th. Still sane, still alive. Everything seems okay for right now. But there's a letter waiting for you.
Oh. I pick it up. I read.
You pull it open, and you can see the same, almost like childlike handwriting from the previous letter you received from one Wilfred Gresty.
Oh, his first name's Wilford.
We knew that already.
It says W. Gresty.
Yes.
It could
doesn't
stand
matter.
for anything.
He says his full name at the end of this letter, so it doesn't matter.
Oh.
The letter reads, Dear friend, I need to thank you for the murder of Bacon.
Yeah.
I am sure it was hard to do, but he was a wicked man.
He sucks.
I know where to put trust, and it was put well with you in this matter.
Yeah.
Now we do trust each other, we should know each other better.
Yeah,
I have friends, but not gentlemen like you and your friends.
Are they girls?
We should meet soon. I am from the West Country, but London has been my home for 10 years now, and I say it is a chamber pot. Pretty at a glance, but full of filth and stink. I hope to go home soon to inherit. For you alone, I am to take Atkinson's place when the old man dies. He cannot live 2 years at most. He says I am here for the goat, but he owes me too, and I will be paid what he owes me. The woman at the farm, well, Mr. Quarry's wife. The old man never had her. The child is not his. I laugh when I think he can make things wilder than dreams and blacker than nightmares, but he cannot climb into her bed. How his old loins must itch when he thinks of her. So first we must play the last cards with Edwards and the god he follows. Edwards needs Mr. Roby, and if he gets him there, will be hell to pay. Worse, I think, for hell is a weak imagining. You must stop that. Edwards will call on me too. He needs me. I will not answer. Rather, I will call on the British gods, and they will guard the best of their servants, who is your friend, Wilfred Gresty. Lot of stuff in that one.
Wow.
Yeah.
But,
I love that one because he starts going off into tangents of stuff, and you're like, what do you mean? Hold on, what?
This man ain't sane
okay, so that
either.
part there. Wait, go back to that one. Wait, what's this one now?
That man isn't sane.
This also has a small edit.
But it's also a fucking massive
fine.
info dump.
Yeah.
Oh. Just fucking like last night, I'm like, oh, there's nothing.
You're like, all right, time for the what the,
Now I have too much. Oh no.
Who's
Goodness gracious.
spoke to an Atkinson, didn't we? Who's Atkinson?
Yes. This is demo.
Sorry, what?
We spoke to an Atkinson at one point, didn't we?
Nope.
Oh,
I ain't got shit
why
on
the
here.
name sounds familiar then?
Because it sounds like a familiar name.
It's just
one of
one of
the
those
names.
names.
Okay.
Nice.
What does it mean by West Country?
The West Country.
I don't. Is that like a place? Is that a
Like
In the
Oh,
far
like the part of England in the West.
okay? Okay.
I think it's.
All
I think
right.
technically it's the Southwest, but it's. I mean, it's West.
Okay. That all right. I wasn't sure if he was foreign or not. I was like,
No.
which like
It's
France?
England.
Like, okay.
I think it's the little dangly bit. The
Yeah,
bit that sticks out.
Cornwall. Cornwall. We should meet soon. He's lived in London for 10 years now. And it's shit. Wants to go back to Cornwall to inherit.
Uh-huh.
He didn't say
to take-
Cornwall.
He's going to take. Oh, I'm gonna call it Cornwall.
He's gonna...
He lives in Corn.
Don't call it Cornwall, because in like a month from now, you're gonna be like, "Why did I call it Cornwall?"
Because that's the southwest part of England.
That's
going to cornhole.
I mean, there's other parts of it, but that's like the state, county. I don't know what they call it.
I don't think
What
that's.
do they-
I think Cornwall's part of the West Country. I don't think it's the whole
it's not
bit.
Eh. And what is it on? Oh, Wessex. That makes sense. Yeah. Largest city is Bristol. Well, anyways, he's here for the goat. He owes. Okay, so the old man, which seems to sound like Mr. Quarry, can't live more than 2 years. Mr. Quarry says that Gresty is here for the goat, whatever that means. But Quarry owes Gresty as well. He's gonna get what he wants. And whatever the farm is, which is and the woman, Mr. Quarry's wife.
I will say, from the way it's written, just to avoid confusion, it looks like the old man might be Atkinson. It's just the way it's written. He writes like a goon, so it's hard to parse.
Okay, because he says the woman at the farm, well, Mr. Corey's wife, and then he says the old man, and I'm like, oh. What? So Mr. Atkinson never had Corey's wife?
Yep.
Why would he?
I don't know. There's something going on here.
Didn't we meet Mr. Corey's wife? No.
No.
We've all had Miss Corey's.
You've received differing information from multiple people who said, yeah, Corey never had a broad. Oh, Corey was married. I don't know where she was though. It's stuff like that. So it seems his wife certainly didn't come with him when he came to London.
Let's play the last cards with Edwards and the god he follows. Okay. Means Mr. Roby and gets him, there will be hell to pay. Of course, I think for hell is... Stop that. Just like he says, you must stop that. The British gods, like Chub Chub.
Hell yeah.
Oh, good old Chub
about,
Chub.
It talks about the goat in the British gods thing here.
Yeah, he also talks about Chub Chub.
Chub Chub.
Fanboy and Chub Chub.
Ah.
Yeah, that's right. Got it. The goat with 1,000 young. Yeah. Well, it doesn't really... I don't know what he gives us to go off of. It just seems that he's like, I'm gonna call on you.
Well, he said Edwards was going to call on him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get you.
I assume by extension, he should call on us. He'll also call on the British gods, which he is the friend of. He's the best servant they got. Wilfred Gresty. Oh, I thought it was Wilfred. I don't know.
What an interesting way to say that.
Pretty much all of it is interesting ways to say anything.
What a finish they will guard the best of their servant who is your friend.
I know, I really love the way he puts it. The best of the servants who is your friend, Wilfred Gresty.
It's like the best of their servants who is me.
It's such an uncharacteristically overdramatic way for him to do that. It's so funny.
Fucking close.
Man knows how to finish a fucking letter.
Alright. Well.
Oh, it's been 4 days since Bacon died. Or would, yeah.
Been a little while.
Well, I guess we should. It does say that he's gonna need Mr. Roby, which means that when he tries to do this shit, he's gonna try and get Mr. Roby. So we should watch Mr. Roby.
See, that's what I'm saying. That's why we don't even want him out.
Or should we try and get custody?
How could you possibly justify that?
With Dr. Pringleer.
It's not how custody works.
Well, you'd be going into like a convalescent home, wouldn't you?
Your convalescent home? Your townhouse?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, we got a doctor.
You have to create a fake business for this.
Damn.
Alright, how are we going to set this up? So, what are we selling?
I don't know.
Bullshit, apparently.
Drugs? That's all we sell, Nick.
Yeah, we need to diversify our portfolio here.
Yeah. We also got Tex-Mex.
That's
At
true.
the convalescent townhouse.
That's true.
I believe it's called the Texican. Thank you.
Stop it.
Yeah, but it's a combination convalescent home Texican.
A combination Pizza Hut and Taco Bell.
Yes, but a convalescent townhouse.
A convalescent Pizza Hut and Taco Bell.
No.
I'm at the convalescent Pizza Hut in
townhouse
Texican.
and Texican. Yes. I think it could work. I think we could make money. Let's do it.
Yeah, that sounds cromulent.
We can have Mr. Roby work the fryer.
Our food can even come medicated if you're a member.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do a time skip.
Free Valium combo meal.
People get
great
kickbacks by
value.
using like crippled people for their businesses. Why can't we?
We'll lobotomize you and give you a taco.
Lobotomized people will be making your tacos.
We put the lobotomy meat inside of the taco.
Yeah. We need a constant stream of patients to keep up with demand.
Is there anything you want to do?
I want to start this business.
I should have even said that.
Well, we don't have much else to go on besides Mr. Roby's gonna get jumped at some point. Should we try and... Well, he's still up in,
He's still in the asylum.
Yes, wherever the asylum is. That's the part I was trying to remember. The
Back
town.
in
It's
Weobley,
north, right?
in Herefordshire.
Yeah, here for sure. So we should probably keep an eye on that, but that's a ways away to keep an eye on.
Wait, where?
Mr. Roby, he's still in the asylum in Herefordshire, which is a ways away.
Yeah.
But we should probably keep an eye on it, because it sounds like Edwards... He didn't really give us a time period of when
The
Edwards
cop's
is gonna...
gone yet. Can we go?
What? Oh,
But,
in
like-
the asylum? I don't know.
Because like things happen there, and like
We could
weren't-
send another letter to Mr. Highsmith and ask if the cops are gone.
Dr.
Oh,
Highsmith.
just
He didn't
the
go
other.
to medical school to be called Mister.
Did I say that? Oh,
Well, that's what he gets.
for what?
What was his crime?
The crime of shut up, asshole.
That's what you get, Mr. Highsmith.
I don't care.
I didn't
Mr.
do
Arrogant
anything.
prick.
I've
still
been
calling you
I've been nothing but
man.
helpful.
Oh, have you, Mr. Highsmith?
What is wrong with you? You're cut off. You can't. I'm calling the police.
What is wrong with me,
That's
Mr.
what you get,
Highsmith? If you're
Mr.
such a doctor, can't you diagnose me?
Yes, I diagnose you with fucking cunt.
Mr. Shinky.
You're not invited to my potluck either.
I was going to
He's not the only one in the
invite
pot.
the good Dr. Prenglier to the local psychologist's potluck, but now that's off the table.
Meanwhile,
I'm
Felix is going to
unsubscribing.
another train potluck.
Yeah, he's been going to the train potlucks. He's been part of the train society.
Uh-huh. I mean, what else is he gonna do when he goes back to London?
Fuck around with the train dudes. They seem cool.
Alright, well, I guess we will... Because, I don't know, that's the only thing I can think of is we should probably keep a watch on Mr. Roby, but I don't know how it's viable. We can't stay at the asylum, I assume.
No.
But I don't think we can really afford to, just let him have at it. Because I don't think... It doesn't sound like Rusty's gonna know when Mr. Edwards is gonna make the move.
Well,
He says Edwards will call on him, but I don't know how much, like... What do you want to call it? Time he's gonna give him.
I feel like he wants to call on them to get Roby, not
Yes,
like. when
but will
has
he be
Roby.
like, will Edwards send a letter to Gresty and be like, hey, on the 20th of November, please help me kidnap Mr. Roby?
I mean, I'm assuming that's
Or
what they're
will,
gonna do.
or will he
unless-
knock on Mr. Gresty's door and be like,
We gotta do it now,
get him,
Jesse. We gotta do it now.
we gotta kidnap him.
Yeah, but exactly. I don't think a kidnapping would be a thing you do that night unless it was like us.
Yeah, it'd be probably more premeditated. But they're also magic crazies, so I don't know.
If they waited this long, I think.
Sure.
Wait a bit.
Okay, well, we could just wait.
But
All right.
Alright. Does anybody want to read more tomes? Oh. Anker, did you provide a... Oh, no, never mind. Your spell's in German anyways.
so how long would
He
it
can't
take?
teach the spell to you.
No,
That's not how-
no. I meant if he could provide a translation of the book for me. But...
That would take a long time.
Oh, what? Oh, okay.
That's not an afternoon's endeavor.
But spells in German anyway, so I don't know. Well.
Not much happens for the rest of the day then.
I read my Emerald Tablet book.
I read a dime novel I picked up at the airport.
I have some other cult books
It's about
if you want.
cowboys.
Damn, that's dope.
Cowboy. I'm a cowboy, baby.
It's about Cowboy Hank.
I'm a cowboy.
At the end, he gets his teeth removed and his mouth.
Dang.
Man,
That's a rough roll of the die for Cowboy Hank.
this book went places. Wait, you didn't say it was a fucking picture book?
Is this a photograph of Hank McNair?
Oh, Jesus. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Where are all these blurry pictures of Hank McNair coming out of restaurants or stepping out of cars?
Who took these? When did they take these?
Is this the picture they took of him when he was born? Is this the hospital photo? It's just sort of folded into the margins.
This isn't even like printed with the page.
Hold on a second. This is a picture of his coffin, and there's dirt. Did this person unearth his grave? Just
Did
kidding.
Hank
I don't
get a
think
grave?
that body was ever recovered.
Yeah, no.
No.
Just like the deacon.
Deacon doesn't
part
have a
body's
body anymore.
It's true.
He's just his soul, still scouring the earth.
Still ravaging the lands in the name of he who must not be named.
Voldemort.
Yep.
I'm at that fateful night when Felix yelled Voldemort's name 3 times.
And then Ray finds his nose fell off.
I have a question. Is Beetlejuice real in Call of Cthulhu?
Yeah, his name's Yagolanak.
Shit.
Oh.
And he shows up. He shows up and he pulls Winona Ryder's head off.
Then he burns down a hotel or an apartment block or whatever it was.
Yeah.
Times.
Nice fucking model, honk honk.
The rest of the day is uneventful. And the next day. And the next day. And the next day. And you guys are starting to feel stalled. You're starting to feel like your options have run out. You're not sure what to do.
How many days has it been?
You got one more day
Continue.
before you get to roll.
I suggest we go check with Dr. Highsmith.
And then you get a letter in the mail.
Oh, okay.
Letters all the time, constantly, guys.
It's been
Where's
4
the
days.
We're so popular.
And this is your
Is it-
second piece of mail.
Is it from Mr. Dr. Highsmith?
It is from the offices of Graham Roby.
He finally fucking did it!
What?
What does
Oh
it say?
my
Does it say
God.
K?
It says no, and that's it.
Wait, is it a
Fucker.
capital K, lowercase? Is there a period after it? There's a lot of
God,
important
if there's a
factors.
period after it, we're fucked.
It says that every kiss begins with K, and there's a little diamond ring in there for you.
Oh.
Let's pawn it.
Yes.
The letter is extremely brief and extremely terse, and just says to travel to his offices at Coates & Co. at 440 Strand and meet with him there. That's it.
Okay.
And then he signs at Graham Roby. That's the whole thing.
Well, we're gonna need Dr. Pringles for that. So let's go rip him out of that hospital bed.
He's still got a day.
That sucks.
Fucking hit you with the pressure.
If he gets up, he's gonna have to start over.
I'm not getting up. I'm not getting up.
Hey, listen. All we gotta do is meet.
No,
It's
you can
not like-
fucking wheel
it's
me
not-
out. Like I'm not.
Alright.
I'm
It's
not
not
getting
like we're
up.
gonna have
I
a
hope
big
that
fight or
Mr.
anything.
Graham Roby
You can just wait till
understands-
tomorrow to meet him, and he can roll.
No, we'll see him today.
No,
Wait.
we can wait tomorrow.
Hold up. So this
Where's the doctor I addressed my letter to? He's in the hospital.
He stubbed his toe really, really badly.
He
He was bit by a snake.
He was bitten
and
by
refused
multiple
to come.
snakes at once, incidentally coming from a man's arm.
It was really. he
Don't
got
worry,
me
that man
very-
is now dead. We shot him.
In the
Shut up,
fucking
don't-
head in the
shut up.
canal. His
All you have to tell
name
him is
was
that you-
Lawrence Bacon, and he was a respected member of the community.
Alright, you know
We
what?
are the culprits.
Here's his
Hey,
obituary
is
in
my
the
mic,
paper.
is my mic working? What's going? Is my
This is
hello?
the gun that killed it.
No, stop it.
Would you like to be shot with it, or do you want to shoot us? Should we play Russian roulette with this rifle?
Just fucking fill up the chambers there. Fill them all up.
Bronson just looks longingly out of the window and leaps.
Didn't
And then he
work
just
last
like
time,
breaks his
Bronson.
leg again. He's like,
Yeah.
damn it.
I was like, it didn't work last time, Bronson. What do you think it will do now?
Fuck this. Turns on no clip.
Drops through the earth.
Turns on no clip. It's the only way to be sure.
Fuck it, clips through geometry.
That's how Bronson died. He fell through the map. Plummeted eternally.
He didn't really die, but he never lived
The
again.
Half-Life death noise happened.
That's basically what that was the last view of Longbone, basically drifting as the map got smaller and smaller above him.
Oof.
Don't worry, I'm sure he'll eventually die.
Hashtag. No, he's not gonna die.
Hashtag
He's
no.
dead.
What? No!
Preposterous! There's just no way!
I don't. I can't believe this story you're telling me.
So you can either elect to go tomorrow, and William will get a roll,
What do you-
or you can
what do
drag
you-
him out
what do
of
you mean
bed,
elect? What do you mean elect?
or you could drag him out of bed, and he will not get a roll.
I'm
Or
saying
we
fucking
could just
bad, what
not
do
bring
you
him.
mean?
All right, let's put it to a vote. How many people?
Who
vote?
many?
I was saying,
Get
I was
his
saying-
ass!
Get his
Get
ass!
his
Get
ass!
his ass!
Yes.
What was that thing? Oh, I was saying of who votes for, and then I was like, no, how many? How many votes?
Yerky!
I am indifferent.
Who votes to?
I haven't even met
Go-
this guy yet.
That's great. Who votes to go today without William?
I don't.
I vote.
I raise my huge giant hand.
All
It's
right,
not that
that's two.
big.
It's
You wanna
huge,
go
giant.
right-
2 out of 5.
It's like a third of my body height is my
All
hand.
right.
Shoot the
Who
fuck
votes?
up,
Go
KMS.
right
Who-
now.
Who votes to go tomorrow?
That's what I'm saying. I think we can wait.
All right, that's one vote.
Yeah, let's
He
go
doesn't-
tomorrow.
That's 2 votes. What do you say, Felix?
Felix
This is
isn't there.
tiebreaker again.
Felix isn't there though.
What?
Felix isn't there, you gotta go ask him.
Felix?
God, fucking.
Oh, okay. We gotta
It's
go
the
ask him for the tiebreaker. All right, let's go to the hospital.
Wait,
Oh,
you're
we
gonna
can
ask him
we
like
can
when I'm
ask
right there?
William too while he's there.
I mean, you
William's
can come
in the
with
room.
it.
exactly.
You can
So you
come
guys
with
drive
it.
to the hospital.
Yeah.
You all march inside. The receptionist's like, what? And you just march right past.
What are
Um,
you?
We're on autopilot.
heading on up to the room of Mr. Prenglier. where you can
Mhm.
see
Yes.
he is still lying in bed, like, and
I throw the letter at him.
What a baby!
What the fuck?
What
Felix
a
is
baby!
sitting next to him.
Look who wrote it.
Felix,
I can't fucking read.
we fill you in. Mr. Graham finally responded to our letter and wants us to go to his men's coat warehouse
Oh,
tomorrow, today.
wow. Wow, that's something else.
Do you think we should go today or tomorrow when William is ready to go? Felix? Arpel?
Oh fuck, he's tending the dogs.
Well, this just leaves us at a conundrum.
We appear to have reached an impasse here.
Should we
Sorry,
roll the
Arkle's
dice?
dogs are so fucking cute. You guys have no idea.
I guess.
William, what do you think? Come on.
No. What the fuck do you mean go today? Are y'all crazy?
Exactly, see?
He's
No.
A little
I'll
bit
just
of
wait till
poison
tomorrow.
dribbles out of the corner of his mouth.
I spit it on him.
Why do you spit on Bronson?
He starts fucking hissing at him. Oh shit.
Oh no,
My
he's
fucking
part
gills
snake.
extend.
I
He starts
smack
to-
him. No, bad.
Oh, fuck. Who are you?
Oh, you reset the
Oh, yeah.
dice roll.
William, your eyes just sort of like blearily clear, and you realize there is a huge German man standing in the room as well.
Hans, what the hell? Wait a minute. You're not. Who are you?
Wasn't he here for his introduction? Wasn't he?
Nope.
No, I was in the
No.
hospital.
I thought you were
We were in the
inducted
same
into the
room.
hospital after that.
I walk over to him. I shake his hand.
I'll be careful there.
Only roll damage.
Good.
Giselher, Nussverkaufer.
Yeah, he's Hans's dad.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice to meet you. I'm William Pringle here.
He came to avenge Hans's death.
Yeah.
Well, first off, he
yeah.
came to find out where his son went. Then he came to avenge his death.
Oh, I'm sorry about that turn of events.
Yes. I heard you were bitten by arm snakes.
Yeah, it was crazy. Wait, have
Real.
you been bitten by arm snakes before? You seem a little, little not surprised about that.
I've heard tales. My childhood. Little children go to the woods. They get bitten by the arm snakes, the leg snakes.
I mean,
Well,
Germany's
also-
crazy. Wait, leg snakes too. People got legs
oh
up
my
in Germany.
gosh, that's crazy.
They get you in the toes.
Oh, not the toes.
No.
They say
That's
bite
bad,
right
right?
between the toes if you do not wash your feet every night.
Yes, and they steal your hazelnuts.
I'm just imagining like some German parents telling their kids, "You better wash between your toes, or the snakes will come and get you." And so at night they have to dress up like snakes.
And they slide on their stomach into the room and they start chewing on their children's toes. And somewhere Quentin Tarantino is weeping with joy.
Can't wait for that movie.
No, we couldn't afford snake costumes. We couldn't make them either. You just get
I
real
know
snakes.
that's why you. That's why you
You
just
just
got, like.
release snakes. And they'll bite.
Yeah, we didn't have
They'll
enough.
get
for,
ya.
We didn't have enough for a dummy prop, so they just had him bite the real child.
I'd like to imagine that instead of doing a full-on snake costume or releasing actual snakes, they just get a sock, paint it green, put googly eyes on it, and wet the top of it so it's like it's.
No, this is Germany. They use snakes.
Yeah,
I was gonna say that would be a snack.
Yeah, exactly.
he's right. He knows his shit. He's been killed. He's been killed by snakes.
Who hasn't these days? You know, I don't think you had a childhood if you weren't at some point slain by snakes. Anyways, Felix is here, so fucking ask your question, folks.
Oh, yeah, you're right. So Felix, we got a letter in the mail. Actually, it was a whole bunch of letters on a piece of paper.
Yes.
Hello, dog.
That tends to be where paper comes from.
Yeah.
It tends to be where dogs come from too.
Paper doesn't.
Oh,
come
Cass,
from
I say
letters.
Hi.
hi.
HK says hi. They have dog thoughts.
That's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we got a letter from Mr. Graham Roby, Alexander's brother, and he said to meet him at his coat factory and we could either go
That's not what
today.
he said.
He said Coats and Co. or something.
Yeah, that doesn't mean it's a coat fact.
Look,
It's Burlington Coat Factory.
It's Burlington Coat Factory. Anyways, he said we can go meet him today without William, or we could go tomorrow with William. What say you?
We should probably go with William because every time we go without someone, they get murdered.
Oh, you're right. Oh, yeah, and then you wouldn't be able to come with us because you have to watch William being sick. Like a baby. Look at him. I point at him.
Goo goo gaga.
He's default. What kind of doctor is this, I ask you? Who would believe this,
Mr.
man?
Skinner, pathetic.
You know what? You know what? They've never seen Dr. Prinkleear. Any of us could beat him.
It could be you.
Yeah, but you want to go with two people.
Why, it could even be... Alright, well, we can wait tomorrow. Good Hatport reference.
Thanks.
So you guys head back to the townhouse and you chill out for 24 hours.
Yes, and I will read a book.
Why don't you just play Uno or something?
I will read...
We don't have Uno.
Wait,
What do you mean you don't have Uno?
Does the Turner Codex have German in it?
I don't have
You already read the fucking
Uno.
Turner Codex.
Uno comes with the
Oh, shit. I thought I read the King in Yellow for the thing.
You read the Turner Codex. That's how you
fuck
got
it.
the spell.
Never mind.
You read both.
Ah, okay. Well, I have nothing else to gain from them, so I will read the Emerald Tablet further.
Alright. You have a nice evening learning of mystical occultish things. It's a good night. And then there's a little bit of this. And then a little bit of this. Ooh, I'm awake. And it's the 21st of November. Make your roll. Yeah.
What am I rolling?
Make a... Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Nick forgot what the fucking roll is.
Alright, don't talk like that.
Constitution?
Oh no, I made a fucky wucky.
I think you make the roll. Wouldn't it be a
No.
medicine from the doctors?
Let me see here. It is a con roll and make it with a bonus die because you are in a place with a whole bunch of nice medical care.
Okay, I don't really think I need to. I got a 4 the first time.
Okay,
Which is
well that's
extreme.
good to know because on an extreme success, your major wound is healed. So you can heal normally.
He's a real boy again.
And you regain 5 hit points.
Fuck yeah.
Jesus Christ, okay.
That's
I am a-
it's extreme success.
I'm a fucking tank.
And you're suddenly feeling a lot better.
I can take on the world. I'd rather not do that, but I can if I have
And you
to.
will heal normally during nights now.
Hell yeah. Can I leave the hospital now, doctor?
No.
The doctor looks at you curiously and he says, "Well, you seem alright. Get out!"
Okay.
And they
thank
fill
you.
out the paperwork.
Who let you in?
And as you guys are waiting outside the hospital impatiently, the car running, all of a sudden, William Prenglier suddenly bursts out of the front doors, trips on the steps,
No, fuck you. He doesn't do it.
but then he goes into a somersault like Willy Wonka and he stands back up again.
I say drive, leave him.
Oh.
William is never seen again.
Thank God.
William like looks out at the car driving away like, "Oh, what the fuck?" And then he feels the barrel of a gun to his head.
Oh, god damn it, not again.
Nice to see you on your feet. And then he dies. So anyways, you are all reunited for the first time in about 1,000 years.
Well, I guess the gang's back.
And you can head to Coates & Co.
Yes. Let us head to Co.
Alright. You drive into a very nice business district of the town. This is clearly where the fucking money is made. And you arrive at Coates & Co., which is a huge, very respectable looking, and very upscale looking bank.
Thought this was a coat factory.
It is.
This don't look like no
Oh wait, no, this is a coat department store, isn't it?
It's a bank.
department store
Oh my
dedicated to
god,
coat.
it's a bank!
Oh
Oh,
my-
well, they're wearing coats at the bank.
I'm
That
wearing a
makes
coat
sense.
right now. Look.
Are you?
Yeah.
Am I wearing a
Gets
coat?
cold.
I am.
It's November 20th.
It's chilly. Get my
Got
big
cold in
coat
that
on.
hospital.
Actually, it's November 21st. You want to head inside?
Almost winter. Yes.
Alright, y'all head inside. And, you can see the place is busy as shit. Every teller has a line,
Oh, yeah.
and, there is just, I mean... There's been some financial turmoil recently in the world, so
Mhm.
the bank business is, even over here, in trouble. And there are a lot of people concerned about the affairs in their bank accounts, and it is a busy location. But you can try to find somebody to talk to if you want to.
I wish to grab a newspaper first and see if there's anything relevant. And
You
then...
grab a newspaper and you check it, and you don't see anything that really catches your eye.
Go. Just check.
Sorry, I'm back. Phoebe got home.
So here you are in this intensely bustling bank.
Alright, so what did that letter say?
It said to meet him at his offices here.
Yep.
Thank you, God.
And that's-
Alright, let's.
So,
I guess we gotta wait in line until someone, until we get
is there
to
like
the-
a security office? to
There are
it
some
now?
security guards around.
I should just ask.
Good thinking, Joseph. Let's go talk to them.
You go to a security guard and he says, "Is there something I can help you with?"
Hi, sir. We're looking for Mr. Roby.
Okay.
Yeah, he sent us a letter yesterday saying to meet him to talk with him.
I don't believe you.
Show them.
Hand him the letter.
We show him.
Picks up the letter. Did you steal his letterhead?
No.
Make a charm roll.
I was waiting for that. Oh, I was like, is he really gonna do? He did it. Fuck it. Then we're gonna have to push fucking Anker to the front.
You
'cause
can
he's
push
like,
charms, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
What's the consequence if he fails?
Yeah, well,
The consequence if he fails, is gonna be some Disco Elysium shit where you tell him to suck your asshole or something.
alright, I'm gonna push that then.
Okay.
Okay. 8, which is, considering how low my charm is,
Normal.
normal, yep.
Okay.
No.
So you manage to keep your tongue in check, and
I'm thinking it, though.
yeah, you're thinking it, and he looks at the letter and looks back at you, and looks at the letter and looks back at you, and looks at the letter and looks back at you. He says, "Don't look like a doctor."
Sir, doctors come in all shapes and sizes. It's not a lie or anything.
He's just staring at you. Alright. He folds the
Okay.
letter up and puts it in his pocket and he walks
I
off.
was waiting for the make a charm roll. Make a fast talk roll.
Make this sexual favor roll.
Roll to seduce.
Yeah.
There we go.
He starts unbuttoning his pants.
Oh, goddamn.
Right
I got a Mr. Roby right here for you.
Yeah,
I've
I got a
enough with wrangling
Mr.
with snakes,
Roby
sir.
for you.
My joke was good. I'm proud of that one.
We just need to make sure you're not bringing any contraband. Pulls out glove.
I am bringing contraband. We have guns on us.
I love Contra.
A full 45 minutes later,
Nice.
the guard returns and says, Mr. Roby is exceptionally busy. If you could wait in the corner there, he will see you at some point today.
In the
Alrighty.
corner.
He
We're gonna wait at the corner.
takes up his post. There's like benches and stuff. It's still bustling
cool, I
in
can
here,
sit.
but there's a little bit of room.
All right, I sit down and I turn to the rest of the gang. So what y'all been up to?
I've been
I've
reading
been in the
this book.
hospital.
Yeah, I know you've been in a
The
hospital.
Emerald Tablet. It's
You got a
good book.
what? A what
The
tablet?
Emerald Tablet book. It's a good book. I love my iPad.
Got games on it.
Yeah.
Got that Angry Birds,
No.
Irritable Avians.
No, I got Flappy Bird though.
You got Temple Run.
Do you have Cookie Run?
What the fuck is Cookie Run?
Nick,
I
you bringing up
don't
this
know.
code reminded me. The last thing I did, the last time I played, was I got killed by the race science guy.
Oh,
great.
I did a spin kick into his head.
Fantastic. Do you have high physics, or did you get lucky?
I got lucky. I had like a 17. I wanted to see what happened.
Fantastic. I just put all my points into
I put all my
Inland
points
Empire.
into Shivers and Inland Empire.
Yeah, I want to talk to my clothes, man.
Yeah. We should not talk about this in the middle of the session.
Alright,
No,
let's
we
talk
should
about,
talk about
Temple
Jedi
Run
Fallen
instead.
Order.
It's
I don't
Dark
think it's
Souls.
great.
I don't know, I never played it. I haven't even watched
I'm
a
playing
video
it.
of it.
The maps are confusing as fuck, and so much backtracking. I hate it.
Baps?
The maps.
Oh, the Babs.
They're very big, very just
Very
labyrinth
expensive.
and just a mess. And
Very
you can't
expensive.
fast travel at all, so you gotta backtrack. And some of them are one ways, and you can't tell until you're there.
Alright, so we're fucking
Anyways,
We're
we
not a
wait
fucking
in
game
the thing.
review podcast.
sitting
or
on
whatever.
Disco Elysium's the game of the year. So you're sitting around in the benches and oh fuck.
Yeah, I no clip myself into the bench and
an
said,
angry
the dog's
dog.
here.
Oh god! There's wild dogs loose in the city!
Oh my
It's
God,
just like
wild dogs mixed in the
Constantinople.
city.
I was just thinking, who will they feast on?
Okay, that
next?
sounded like Kermit laughing.
Who?
That last little bark. You guys sit on the benches, and time slowly moves by.
Yeah, I'm reading a book. I'm enjoying it.
Not everybody has such methods.
I have my novel.
Everybody's
I have
filling
other-
me in. Everyone's filling me in on what's happened since I was
No.
in the hospital.
Not much,
Everybody
honestly.
is filling you in.
Everybody
I
is
offer
filling
you-
him in, and there's so much there's so much chaos in the bank. Nobody notices Bronson grunting and heaving over over William Pringley. He's not even here to defend himself.
Why is he doing this?
I'm just kidding. William's not black. He's not interested.
Alright. I offer the other cult books to the party.
It's funny because it's true.
This is a terrible session, guys. Welcome back. Unfortunately, we came back right on the point where like a lot of waiting has to happen, so it's not super exciting.
And we're not going to be able to play again until next year.
Yeah.
Well, we could be talking super dry, like as we pass time, like all the other Cthulhu's.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
yes.
become an old white man. with
What
a
do you
very, very
fellows
long
think
beard.
of the stock market depression
Shut
crash?
the fuck up. I hate doing this. Can't do it anymore, man.
Wow, Dr. Pringolier, you seem disinterested in the state of economy of your home country.
Or
Yeah.
Why is this?
Gotta get my wheel alignment done. I'll be right back.
Dr. Pringleo, you're in absolute hysterics.
Calm down,
I'm
Dr.
gonna put
Pringley.
stickers on my dice tower.
Thank you for that insight,
Shall I
Donker.
fetch the chloroform that you may relax?
Yes.
There's a lineup of people like an airplane ready to calm him down. With,
Except
like,
they all have
the
guns. They
wrench
all
and the
have
gun.
guns.
They all have. Each of them has a gun, and all of them are going to shoot him in the dick.
Isn't he like back in? God, where even was that?
What?
Eastern Europe. Dick, he's in Eastern Europe and just lost.
Yeah, his body's still there.
He's still there. His body
Look,
remains.
We buried him as best
You-
we could.
No,
in
that's
the
not
Holly
true.
never-
That's not true. His body was recovered. I forgot.
I was gonna say, Holly never recovered him because Holly's a jerk.
No,
Yeah,
fucking what's his face recovered him.
Some
Who?
wild dogs might have
Big man.
recovered him.
Yeah, big man. And then Holly said, "Hey, you could keep him." Hey.
Big man.
I don't remember his name right now for some reason. Abnerwick.
Here we go.
Dang, I thought we just.
We
are
dressed
you
him
sure?
up. We dressed him up on the foundation. Now he wears a funny dress.
You guys wait
We taxidermized
in
him.
the bank
Yeah. Except he doesn't have a face.
for 5 hours.
Just like real life.
I finished my book in like 2 hours. It's fucked up.
And for 3 hours, he stares unblinking forward, and his eyes never get dry.
What are you looking at, buddy?
I am thinking
What you thinking about?
He's sinking.
about this story of the cowboy. This book.
What cowboy?
John Ulrich. He had his teeth knocked out and he was fucked in the mouth.
Huh?
I can't believe the story you're telling me. It's macabre.
Can I see that book?
I
So,
forgot
part
that
of me
we
doesn't
made that
believe you.
joke, and that caught me so fucking off guard.
Part of me doesn't believe you that is actually inside of that book.
I hand him the book. I point him towards the blurb on the back that says,
Holy shit!
with his teeth knocked out and fucked in the mouth at the end.
What?
Huh?
It's like,
Bronson, look at this.
Oh, okay.
Look at that. See, he gets his teeth knocked out and his
Oh.
mouth fucked.
Oh.
Bronson starts to have PTSD.
Oh, wait, I don't just. I mean, it's kind of a normal thing, though, right?
I mean, to
To
be fair,
Bronson
Bronson
it is.
probably
You don't
has
know
a
what he
lot
does
of
it-
PTSD now.
Yeah, Bronson doesn't sleep.
He's got stacks.
After that 5 hours, the security guard approaches you again and says, "Alright, follow me,"
Okie dokie.
and leads you around the back. You see people shouting and cursing, "Fucking America!" Like, just like freaking the fuck out
Yeah,
as they
those-
see you guys being led to the back while everybody's still in line.
Chad America.
There's a guy in the back like, "You Yanks ruined the world!"
What are you talking about?
He's right, you know.
What are you talking
He's
about?
right, yeah.
And
That's when
Oh,
you
yes,
respond,
yeah.
Britain ruined it first.
What are you talking about? Yeah.
what are you talking about? Colonialism is objectively correct.
Damn, that's
My
bad.
girlfriend actually believes that.
Do we still have India at this point?
Yeah.
Are you asking us?
Not to like World War
Yeah,
II
yeah,
and
yeah.
stuff.
No, we're pre World War II. Yeah, we do.
We sure do. The British Raj is the
There's
shit.
like a bunch of shit.
Yeah, we got
They got no.
laws everywhere still.
Hell yeah.
We got another like 50 years till we're out of most of the world.
Damn lobster. Man.
Try to take the Falklands.
No. Guys fucked it all up.
Las Malvinas is Argentine.
Anyways, you guys are led around back and upstairs
Yeah.
and up another set of stairs
Oh damn, we're going high.
and led past a series of massive offices. You can tell because there are 4 offices on this floor and it's the whole floor. And you are led into towards the back of the building where you see Graham Roby, partner.
What's he look like? Oh,
No,
wait,
that's what it
you're
says
just-
on the door.
Sorry.
What's it look
There's
like?
not a picture of him on the door.
Why not?
What font does he use?
Comic Sans.
Verdana.
Wingtings.
What's the plaque made of?
Verdana.
Hmm.
And you enter to see a huge office with a beautiful, like, oriental carpet. There's all sorts of little knickknacks from around the world on the walls. There's like a tiki mask and like some sort of big torch-looking thing. And there's like a stuffed head of a rhinoceros.
Oh, a friend.
Yeah, and a huge mahogany desk covered in papers and a whole bunch of bookshelves stuffed with books, and it's just over the top, this room. And behind the desk, with a little pair of reading glasses on, working diligently on some papers,
Did you stab yourself?
you see a man, sort of, you can tell even seated he's a tall fellow, bearded, impeccably dressed, sort of slicked back hair and a stern gaze. And as you enter, the guard just gives like a little knock, and he looks up and says, "Leave them with me if you would, Clarence." And the guard steps out and he says, "Stay by the door. Thank you." And Clarence leads you guys inside and closes the door and then just sort of stands near it outside. There is one chair across from him.
I sit down in it.
And
I don't sit down in it. I stand near it and wait for him to say, "You can sit down."
Dr.
Yes, it-
Prenglier, I assume.
Mr. Roby, you'd be correct.
Have a seat, good doctor.
Thank you. I sit down.
Do we just stand behind him? How many chairs are there?
He sort of like looks over. I hadn't realized you would be bringing such a posse.
Mhm.
They help me keep notes.
Mhm.
He looks
I
at them
haven't-
curiously and says, "Do they?"
You'd be surprised, sir.
Pulls out notepad.
I put away Notepad.
Alright.
The program. I put it away.
He
Over
seems perplexed by the presence of all of you. An eclectic crew. Eclectic crew. The man with multiple hats
And an eye patch.
and an eye patch who looks
Oh, man.
ridiculous. The other man with a chunk missing from his finger and a bandage wrapped around his
Oh, yeah.
forehead.
I
The
smile.
Terminator.
The Terminator.
So we've got Odin, the Terminator.
You've got an old, broad German man staring, and then a 20-year-old.
Yeah.
See, I'm the most.
I just rolled a 69
I know.
on the dice, boys.
Nice.
Why?
I don't know. I just wanted to roll the dice. I got
I
a
rolled to do a
69.
backflip.
And he says, I understand that you are working in some conjunction with my brother's upcoming hearing. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And you were assigned to what? Ascertain his mental state or whatever?
Yes, sir. That is correct. I was assigned to give a second opinion on whether his mental state is well off enough to release him out, and I've been gathering information.
I expect your determination was no.
It's looking that way, sir. We just wanted to make a little bit more confirmation because his doctor is very, very adamant that we release him, and I feel like having your opinion.
This
And,
would be
you know-
Dr. Highsmith.
Yes, sir.
Yes, he is, how do we put it? A fool, an idiot, a boob. He has no idea what he's talking about, and he wants to release a dangerous murderer into the world, which is, what I would say bad judgment. So I'm pleased to see that you have a sort of rational view of these proceedings.
Mhm.
I'm not entirely sure why you wanted to speak to me.
I'm gonna be honest, out of character, it's been a literal month. Actually, more than that. So I don't even remember what we said in the initial letter.
I mean, it was just really to learn more about the whole situation, I think, but God, it's been so fucking long since he responded that, like...
Because he didn't care.
Because he didn't care, and...
He had other shit on his mind. He's a banker. And
Or
the
like-
economy collapsed.
That's not that big of a deal.
What else? What could we talk to him about? Fucking... his parents' situation. No, actually, I want to know more about his brother. Do you mind, like, telling us a little bit more information regarding your brother, like, before the event in which he, you know...
Regarding him, he was a strange boy. Never had much taste for the way things ought to be. Always gallivanting about with that tramp of his and publishing that inane bollocks. What I would characterize him as is somebody who was born into great privilege and decided to throw it away for literally no reason. So I have a particularly low esteem of him, and the fact that he went insane and murdered my parents should have come as no surprise.
Damn.
What was your parents' view on him? Did they share your same opinion?
Our mother was soft-hearted about the whole thing, you know, as women often are. My father was more in line with myself, viewing him as squandering the riches that were granted to him as part of his good name, and deciding instead that he was going to muck about with strange characters and publish odd things and spend all long hours of night at an antique shop run by a recently deceased individual, as I understand.
Did you ever have any interaction with those strange individuals?
Did I have personal interact? No, I made a point not to interact with those boors. Who knows what sort of nonsense they were filling my brother's head with. Whatever it was, it drove him homicidally mad, so I'm quite glad that I never spoke to them.
Do you have any idea how he met those people?
Through artistic circles and the like, as I understand it, they ran in similar circles, he and one of them. I believe it was a fellow named Malcolm. Quarry? Yes, that was the name. They knew each other from some sort of artistic thing. I don't know all the details, but... And, of course, his imbecile girlfriend played a part in getting him into those circles in the first place, so, frankly, I hold her to blame. Last time I saw her, she had a few bruises on her face, I believe from her husband, so hopefully somebody's taught her some manners.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no.
And that's
Oh,
one
my.
we've talked to before, right?
Yes, you have spoken to her.
Hell yeah.
What about an M. Edwards?
M. Edwards, you say?
Mm-hmm.
Medwards. The infamous Medwards.
The infamous Medwards, yes.
Yeah.
As I recall, there were a number of folks that Alexander spent his time around. There was this Quarry fellow, a sort of bumpkin who bandied on about all sorts of bollocks. There was that Bacon who seemed himself a respectable man who chose to wear the shell of a bum. And of course there was this Edwards fellow who always, from what I could tell, was something of a... how do I say this politely? A dreadful person, from what I understand, and sort of domineering, which is something that can be useful when applied in a setting that requires it. A domineering person in the arts is usually a psychopath, as far as I'm concerned. There was him. There was, of course, the chain smoker. That fellow, Michael Combs.
Combs.
Michael, we have a first name.
Ooh.
Write it down. Write it down.
Who was just a sort of disgusting drunk. And then, of course, there was that playwright, Talbot Estes. And I believe I recall also Agresti, but if I remember correctly, he was something of a soft-headed man.
Talbot Estes, or Testes.
You mentioned this M. Edwards specifically. Now, as I said, from my understanding, he was probably not all there. All there in terms that he knew what he was doing, but playing with a deck stained with blood. Not exactly the kind of man that I would entrust anything to unless that thing was homicide.
Oh.
That's just sort of the sense I got from him. In my business, you have to make a lot of judgment calls on a person's character, and what I got from him was that he was a dark fellow with dark intentions, and I warned Alexander about him, not because I cared whether Alexander rose or fell necessarily, but because it is a duty of a brother to at least attempt to prevent his brother from being murdered or raped or whatever.
Oh my god.
Didn't work because my brother became a murderer. So that is a bit of a black mark on my reputation, I'd say, but I've managed to put the whole affair behind me. I believe he was a Scottish fellow. This Edwards, some sort of, I believe he was a lord, actually, a minor lord from Scotland, which I found to be quite distasteful given his demeanour. You'd think someone of the gentry would be a little more put together, but no, not this one. His name was something odd. First name, something a bit bollocky. What was it?
Come on, you can do it.
It was,
Come on.
it's on the tip of my tongue.
No.
Why are those on your tongue?
You want me to fucking massage his brain so he passes this?
Quickly, wrinkle them.
Wrangle what?
I can't quite recall what the first name... Wait a second. No, it's gone.
Quit teasing me! Quit teasing me! I'll shoot you.
Son of a...
I leap across the desk.
Fucking balls out,
Kill
Blackjack.
him.
Son of a bitch.
You motherfucker! You piece of shit! You can't do regular dirty like this.
There's all of a sudden a gunfight. Anyways, this sort of Edwards fellow, I wish I could tell you more. I know that he was quite close with my brother, perhaps his closest friend in the... Montague! Montague Edwards. That was his name. I'd forgotten it, but it came back to me just now. Yes, they were quite close. They used to go to the meetings together and stay up long into the night talking about whatever shite they talked about.
Yeah, girl talk, yeah. What?
I hired a private investigator to look after his affairs, but unfortunately he wasn't able to find anything intensely useful, and as I understand it, has met his own demise.
That seems a little fishy.
Make a fast talk roll.
Okay. Why? Why?
Because you killed him.
No.
You should have just said nothing.
Nothing.
15.
Hey. Hey.
What'd you get?
I failed.
Oh.
Wait, no, I can push that.
Sure. But if you
Wait,
push
what?
it, he's going to immediately know.
Yes.
Instead of
Don't
become
do anything.
suspicious.
I don't do anything.
He just sort of narrows his eyes at like the way you said that. Again, this guy's very good. He's very good at reading people. That's one of his character traits. And he just sort of like narrows his eyes. He doesn't say anything, but he just narrows his eyes briefly.
Good stuff.
Is there anything else that you needed me? I do have a bit of a problem on my hands, what with America, to put it lightly, shitting the bed.
What do you
Don't
mean?
I know it?
What are you trying to say?
This guy.
Ah, yes, forgive me, I know you're all Yanks, but, if you want my honest opinion, I think that your imbecile country should have stayed exactly where it belonged, and maybe they wouldn't be in this mess.
I'm sorry, who won that war?
The French, as I recall.
What are you talking about?
It's just sat there.
What are you talking about? The French were there?
Which one? Which war?
Oh, young lad.
Actually, it was the German rifles that won the war.
Wait a minute.
Anker says that in character. He shoots a glance at Anker for a second and just doesn't respond. Either way.
All right. Well, I
good.
think that's everything. I look back at my assistance. Is there anything else?
Prussian
Hold it.
military science is the best in the world.
Thank you for that, Felix.
Pulls out notepad.
Is it?
Felix is big on the Prussians.
I hope this will be sufficient to keep my brother locked up interminably.
I think it will, sir. Bronson, hurry up.
Cannot
This man
suffer
has
any more
things-
insults to the family name.
Bronson, this man has things to get to.
That's,
Clap.
you know what? I think that's good.
Alrighty, sir. Thank you for your time. I
Yes,
extend my
it will
hand
be the
for
last
assistance.
time we speak. I'm exceptionally busy, and I happen to have a small opening, so you should be glad you saw me at all.
We are extremely grateful.
Make
for it,
haste, Doctor. I have business to take care of.
sir. Okay, goodbye.
Goodbye.
Alright, guys, let's leave.
Finally, this
You are
guy's gone.
ushered away by Clarence the guard and brought back down to the main floor of the bank.
Clarence.
Querins.
Do you say this?
I say Querins. You're so
Clarence-
great at guarding.
Clarence puts one in your chest and one in your groin.
Thank you.
Oh, I was gonna tip him. He doesn't need to pay me.
He tucks it into your cleavage and your G-string.
Ooh.
Fuck.
You okay there, bud?
I was
He seldom is.
like, man, I'm just glad to be walking around and actually participating.
I'm just glad to be here.
Well, don't worry. We'll get to be here again on, what do you guys think? January 8th?
30th?
January 7th?
Maybe. Yeah, that sounds about right.
I
Hold on a second. Let
Let's
me
see.
roll this real quick. next week.
Bullshit.
I got a 7. 7 days.
Yeah, you
I mean,
shut the fuck up. There's no way.
I mean, we're gonna try.
I mean, it's not gonna happen because
You see,
Well, no wait, I don't have anything to do that day. Never mind. It's the next week.
Don't worry, I'll think of something.
I hope you will. Anyways, thus concludes your meeting with Chalexander Bobby.
okay.
I don't know why I did
sure
that.
hope,
Booby.
I sure hope some other people wrote something down because I wrote down Michael Combs. I misspelled Michael, and I said the chain smokers.
Oh, I.
Starting
Go
the
get-
chain smokers.
I said Dirty Scottish Lord, Montague Edwards. I'm 500% sure I misspelled Montague.
you did.
Montague.
Montagua.
No, I spelled it Montague.
So I sure hope some other people
Montenegro.
got some notes.
I was getting.
Nick, what the fuck?
What?
Balthazar.
What? I said Montenegro.
Jesus.
You can't
It's a
say
place!
That. That's our word.
It's a place.
What R word? That starts with an M.
Oh.
Uh-oh. Really? That's how you wrote Michael? Are you kidding me?
I didn't want to like.
Nico?
Are you serious?
Mikhail.
Hold on.
No,
on.
I always
You're
fuck up
key.
spelling Michael.
Yeah, it's
I
I'm
always
saving.
spell up.
I am saving this image, and
Michael Combs.
I'm going to put this in the video so
Montague.
everybody knows what a fucking fool you
No,
are.
look. My explanation is that I always fuck up
Everyone is
spelling
gonna
Michael.
know, Nick.
I had to write this down quick, all right? He was hitting us with information like
That
bam,
you
bam,
can.
right?
It's not that you saved almost no time.
Look, this
He
is all
saved
he
plenty.
actually wrote, but he had to digest all of it. And the whole time, like, every time you mention a line of information, he hits another letter. He's like,
I gotta make sure that
M.
Nick,
I'm burning calories pressing these buttons.
Nick,
man.
There.
Yeah,
you
no,
have a
efficient
dog's
typing.
Yeah,
brain.
lowercase calories.
You have a dog's brain, sir.
look, he's trying to digest those 5 double cheeseburgers he had.
I didn't have 5 double cheeseburgers tonight.
That's like 10 cheeseburgers.
My cheeseburger.
How many cheeseburgers did Nick have tonight, Dice Tower?
Border.
Hit chicken
Only
patty.
9!
Only
Wow!
9, but how many bees chorgers did he have?
How many bees
Wow, you're
chorgers
fun.
did he have, Dice Tower? 53!
53 churgers.
Jesus
Cut out at
Christ.
the end of your 50.
In a row?
You ate 59 bees chorgers in a row?
I fucking lined them up, and I would eat I would eat all of the buns first on all 53, and then I would like go down to the pickles, then the cheese, then the meat.
It'll go to your thighs. Then you'll
I'm
explode.
gonna go to your thighs in a minute here, bud.
Hey!
Go to
hey.
eat bees chorgers on the way.
Look out. Look out. Nick's coming for him.
Through the parking.
He will be.
What the fuck is this?
Bees chorger.
Is that what you eat, Nick?
No.
He eats the plate.
I only eat
The
dot
text.
hogs.
What the?
Oh,
Oh, I don't like dot hogs.
oh, dot hog. No. More like not
I
hog.
don't like it. They put it
The worst
between
part about
someone's
eating a dot
buttons.
hog is
I
that
don't-
you gotta wipe your hands off after
I
every bite.
only eat the dot hog.
I fucking hate that.
Are you saying you
That
don't
pisses
walk
me
around
off.
with your hands covered in ketchup and relish all day?
But this morning for lunch, I had
No.
All right, what did you
I
have?
don't think I can take it.
This
You
morning.
can't do this.
I had
Yeah, go
a
on.
G-nut butter and belly.
Why is it a hamburger bun too?
I'm allergic to that.
Look,
It's a hamburger bun.
I have had PB&J's with a roll, but that's because
Peanut butter.
I had to because we didn't have bread.
Peanut butter belly. Peanut butter belly.
Holy shit.
Do the peanut butter belly dance. Or I'll kill you.
No need. I can handle that myself.
Baseball bat.
Anyways.
God.
Well, yeah.
We have his name.
We got a few names. We got 2.
Number 1.
That's terror.
It had to
Number
happen.
2.
That's terror.
That's right. Now we can actually discuss it.
I wasn't here. So.
Oh yeah.
Thing. Oh, no wonder he didn't come during the whole reveal then.
What?
That's a shame.
Oh yeah, you didn't come.
Yeah.
Why would I come?
You know, because I
It
thought
wasn't-
it was
you
good
had to
for
be
you. I thought
there.
it was good for you.
You had
What
to be
was it?
there.
I had to get Beast Chorgers because I realized I hadn't eaten. And the Beast Chorger station was closing down in an hour.
It's closing down.
Forever.
The only place in town to get a Beast Chorger.
The gutter.
Only place in the state.
Only
Okay,
place
go to the-
in the country.
It's to go to the gutter.
Yeah.
You have to ask for a
Right.
beast trigger politely.
And a
And a
pale,
clawed-
spindly hand will slip you a beast sugar from the storm drain.
You want Venus sugar enlargement pills?
Large fries, large fries.
What do we got?
Amen.
What are we doing, fellas?
So what
I don't know,
happened in
man.
the conversation, fellas? Regale me with the tale of what happens.
Okay, we got Mikhail,
Michael.
yeah,
Mike-
Holmes. He is the
Michael.
Chainsmokers.
Yes. Okay.
And then there's the dirty Scottish Lord. His name
Okay,
is
why
Monty
is he the
Butler.
dirty Scottish lord?
Because Roby's not a big fan of him. He's very stinky.
Is he
not-
actually stinky? What did
I
he say?
I think he did mention a smell once.
No, he didn't. You're our,
He said-
that
he
is
said-
coming out of
Mention
nowhere.
Beyond, his name is Montague. We got
Stinky.
that.
Take a bath. Smell me.
Montague.
Okay, but he's not a very good Lord.
He
He's
said
not
he
very
didn't like
prim
him and he got a
proper.
really bad vibe from him, basically.
He has failed
Okay.
the vibe check.
Yeah, they were rancid.
Did he just
These
mean when
vibes
he
were
met
putrid.
when he was
Dirty
talking,
vibe.
like
Dirty vibe.
Don't say that.
No. when he was when
Vibe
like
check.
Dirty.
Go ahead.
Stop.
You can't stop us.
Collaborate
So
and
now
listen.
So now that we know his name
Let's get
And-
pissing.
and
Man, I really don't want to have to listen to this session because I
Let's
hate the
look
sound of
him
my
up.
fucking
So what
voice.
what else did he say?
I love it.
interesting. That's pretty much. He just didn't.
He mentioned Michael Combs. He
Yeah.
said
He
Oh.
said that
Yeah, there was
the
just-
only reason I wrote that down is because we didn't know his first name.
okay.
Yeah.
He
Because he
didn't
pretty
No
much just
doubt.
talked about how Combs changed Booker. He really didn't go into more depth about them because he said he didn't give a shit about his friends or anything.
The only reason I wrote down
Okay.
Combs is because I wanted to know his name and I want to kill him.
He's very good with names, but he doesn't give a shit about them.
I'll grab back.
Yeah, so
He wasn't there at the. No, he was not overseas. He
he
was.
wasn't there.
He
when the
was
whole
he
thing
was
Attending to the
somewhere
business
else
or something.
during the murder.
The new information that we got is that there is another person in his, his brother's clique or whatever of like
Is it
wacky.
Cresty?
Well, yeah, he's in there, but he's also he didn't say retarded, but that's basically what he is.
So it's Grusty.
Yes. And then
Okay.
the new, like I was saying, the new guy is Montague Edwards.
The new guy,
Yeah, a guy that we've never heard mentioned before.
Edwards. We've never heard Edwards
I've
mentioned.
Have
heard
we?
Edwards mentioned constantly. In fact,
We just
You
didn't have his
spent
name.
multiple
I have
sessions
M.
looking for
Edwards. I
M.
was like,
Edwards.
what?
Even
It was
you
just-
asked about M.
Yeah.
Edwards.
We've
I
known
was even
about,
excited because Tryhard was getting excited, alright?
That's what was
we've
coming,
known
man.
about Edwards for a while. We
It was just
didn't
that we
know
got
the
his
M.
first name. That was the coming.
The entire
Yeah.
yes, because the
Oh.
entire
because he had to roll for it.
Even Alexander himself mentioned Edwards.
it took so fucking long to find his first name.
God, is
Yeah.
this why people take notes?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay, Michael Combs, Montague Edwards, and we know that Wayne Gretzky was a part of their circle, which we already knew, and he's retarded, which we pretty much knew. I mean, he's not as insane as the other Roby, so yeah. Who's really retarded here?
All of us.
You're right.
Exactly.
Shit, you right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So was that it? He just mentioned these are the guys he had around him.
That was pretty much all they asked him about.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Because he wasn't there for the actual thing.
I wasn't sure if there was a certain reason he called us in instead of just.
Yeah,
He called you in because you asked to see him.
Oh yeah, because that was at the very beginning when we had no idea about anybody.
Yeah.
And we thought that maybe, just maybe, this might give us some more information. Turns out it
It
didn't.
did.
It gave us
Oh,
a
never
tiny
mind.
bit. We can go to the yellow pages and find Montague Edwards, maybe.
And that fucking.
God, I think this
Same
would
with
be one session
Michael
where
Combs.
I bite the bullet and actually
We-
listen to it again.
Like
Okay.
the nut.
Yeah, hold on. Let me just put this on pause and listen to the recording. Hey, Nick,
No,
is
I'm
it
talking
up?
about later.
Oh, yes.
Don't get smarmy with me.
I mean, what are we gonna do right now, bitch?
Right now, I'm gonna cry.
Good. Let's go to the yellow pages and see if we can find the Capulets and the Montagues. And also Michael Combs.
Fuck.
Mikhail.
So you're looking for what?
Michael Combs and Montague Edward.
In?
The telephone book.
Oh, okay. So,
Which also has addresses, I believe.
You-
I'm not even
I believe
sure.
you guys already picked one up before because you used it before.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You look through it. There are dozens of Michael Combs. That is not an unusual name, unfortunately.
What about Montague Edwards?
There are 0 Montague Edwardses.
Really?
Is it the way we spelled Montague that's doing that?
Yeah, you don't see his name listed in there.
Okay. So when you say dozens, how many dozens?
Like almost 30.
So you're saying
Yes.
we could get through it?
You know, I bet the public library would have like information about like lords or whatever.
Did he actually mention he was a lord?
He mentioned that he was. It wasn't royalty.
he was the one that helped him get in the library, wasn't he? That
Yeah,
would make
Yes.
sense.
Yeah.
That would make sense then.
because banker Roby, I honestly forgot his fucking first name because
Graham.
Graham.
Thank you. He was not a big fan of him because he's just like, he should be all prim and proper, big old fancy lord, but instead he wasn't.
He was stinky.
He was stinky. That's where the stinky came from. Because if you're not good, you're stinky.
He stank of creepy vibes.
At no point did he say that word.
I know
He
that's,
said
that's
he's
me.
a
That's
big
like
stinky.
he said he was smelly and he hurt his feelings. So I guess we're gonna go to the library.
Okay, you go to the library, and you are searching for what?
Lord
Mon-
Edwards.
Yeah, Montague.
Lord
Make
Montague.
a library use roll.
Can we help? Is that a thing?
I don't really think so.
Okay.
Can
If
someone else
there
look
is,
for
somebody will yell at me, but
it? Can someone else do it, or am I gonna have to?
I mean, it can be whoever wants to search for it. It doesn't. You know.
There you go, 'cause I have a
got a-
25.
I got a 70.
Hit it, boy.
100.
You burned down the library.
21. That is a hard.
Hard.
A
Hard.
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 Hard. Hard. I'm hard.
That's right.
Damn, those cheeseburgers hitting different than me, aren't they?
Yeah, this beast trigger hit different.
You look into it, You don't see any Scottish lords by the name of Edwards. However, you see a couple of listings, probably about 7 or 8, of Edwards lines of lairds.
No, why?
A laird, like that.
A lard?
A
larder?
laird. I have no
What's a
idea how
laird?
exactly to pronounce it, but it looks like a
Oh,
laird.
it's just
No
a fucking
problem.
Scottish lord. Okay.
It isn't.
Oh, so.
You would
Roughly equivalent to an esquire.
it's like a sub baron basically.
I don't even know what rank a lord is, realistically.
High up. The
You know,
term
like,
laird is not synonymous with lord.
I found him. I found our guy.
But it seems to be basically like a wealthy landowner who's below the rank of a baron.
So it's just that he owns land, not that he has an estate.
No, they have an estate. They have like official like lands. They are landed gentry, but
I see. It's because one of the English uses of the word is for baron.
Yeah, it's different.
But it can also be used to mean one of whom a fee or estate is held in feudal tenure.
Well, stop! You're reading too much shit.
An owner of land.
It's a wealthy estate holder, landed gentryman in Scotland, but it's not so big to be a lord or a baron or anything like that.
Yeah, okay. All right.
So it appears that Mr. Graham Roby may have misunderstood exactly what he was.
Or he fell into my same definition of lord.
Or he just took it to mean the British.
Or just close enough. He's like, you Scots.
Or he's like, fucking accent.
You Scots, you dumb butts. What's a laird? Doesn't make sense. Okay. Well, you said several?
Yeah, about 7 or 8.
Oh. Well.
8, actually. There'd be 8.
8. Well,
Edwards is not a super uncommon last name.
Yeah, I'm surprised there's only 8.
There are 8
Wait,
specific Scottish lairds named Edwards. It's a narrow
focus. Does it
focus.
mention their first name or not?
It doesn't mention their first name, just their holdings.
Well then.
Do any of them have holdings in London?
No.
Hmm.
All Scotland.
Oh, Scotland.
Being Scottish lairds.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't know. Maybe they need to diversify.
Smart.
What information does it have on them? Like,
It's actually
addresses?
very, very brief. You sort of have just like stumbled across like a overview of minor Scottish landed gentry essentially, and it sort of powers through a lot of these minor like estates without a shitload of information. It's essentially just like name, crest, and land or estate.
And all of their estates are in Scotland, so it's not really. I guess we could try and call them.
None of them have phone numbers on them, but
Fuck.
you imagine this was the book you're reading doesn't seem to be published yesterday.
Yeah.
It
I
probably
don't know what phone number is.
this book was probably written before Montague Edwards was born, but presumably
You know,
one of those
his
Edwards
family
is his
still-
line.
Yeah. Could it tells us the land they own? Like, does it have names like some places or like?
Yeah.
Okay. Could we then cross-reference it with something that has phone numbers?
Theoretically, yeah. But, I mean, maybe? I don't know. Honestly, I don't know if you would be able to get the personal phone number of Scottish landed gentry.
Well, not that personal, but I mean like their estate number.
Nice.
Like, you have reached the office of Laird Hababa.
Habada.
And we ask, is this Laird Hababa? And they say, no, this is Hababa. And we say, okay, thank you, goodbye.
And we say, ha!
Yeah. Basically, could I call them to confirm whether the first name is Montague or if it's another Edwards and I got the wrong estate?
You could try.
I wish to try.
So,
I rolled a 1. What do I lose?
shut up. This is gonna be something that's probably gonna take a couple of days of, like, cross-referencing things and, getting numbers and calling them. This is gonna be a project. If there's anything anybody else wants to do during that time, this seems to be Joseph's chosen project at the time, which I will get to him with the results of.
I mean, if anything else comes up during that, we can
No, sure.
change course, but I
I
don't
got
know
no
what else
clue.
to do.
Anybody else
Also-
want to do something?
Yeah.
Wait,
I mean, I can't think of anything.
No, all I really want is to go after this man.
Yeah, no, we didn't have anything else on combs, to my knowledge. And if he's
You just have a
thirsty-
you have a name, essentially.
But there are a lot of them,
Yeah.
so we could try and go back to Alexander Roby and see if maybe he's willing to talk now. But I mean, I don't think so.
I think he's gonna say more crazy
Just
shit.
if we say, hey, you know Michael Combs? I'm like, ah, you said his first name. I remember that, man.
You've unlocked the option.
Yeah, from what I remember from your conversation with him, he would definitely be that responsive.
Exactly.
Yeah. Like, of course I know him. How's he doing?
How is that old devil? What a chap.
Killing people, you say? Oh, that rascal.
That sounds like old Mikey Mike.
Hey, that's not good.
He always gave the bad vibrations.
Listen,
Does he still have the funky bunch with him?
Is he still rolling with that, I would call them a sort of cool crew?
No.
So, is anything
How's
else
his
on
restaurant?
Anybody
For the
want to do
longest time, I
anything while
didn't
we wait?
know that Wahlburger had anything to do with them. I thought they cooked the burgers on the wall. That is not a joke.
Wow.
I actually
They
fucking did.
cook
Wow.
the burgers on the
Look, it-
wall?
Wow.
No, we're gonna explore this. Please tell me your thought
Revolutionary.
process.
Okay, all right. So, like, what I thought it was like a wall that was just like a big sheet of metal that they heated up and then like chucked.
You are not being serious.
How,
So you thought they made beesburgers.
You thought that they heated up a big metal wall and they
It was like- it
threw
was for, like, it
slabs
wasn't-
of beef at it?
which must have instantly cooked the beef, or
Yes,
else.
No, it was
exactly.
fu-
They
no,
wouldn't,
no, hang
they
on.
wouldn't
They
just
throw it
slide
multiple
off,
times.
be
I thought
slightly
through this,
singed.
like, all right. So, like, I thought through this because I was like, "There's no fucking way. That doesn't make any sense." But then people kept calling it Wahlburgers, and no one was like, "Ah, it's just a joke. That's not really what it's called." Like everybody kept calling
That's
it that.
its
So I was like,
name. It isn't a joke.
Yeah, but the thing is, I didn't realize it had anything to do with Mark Wahlberg. I thought,
Why didn't you just assume that it was just a name instead of
there's a
assuming
place
that
called
was...
Burger King. The burgers
There's
aren't made
not
by
a
a king.
sovereign in there!
Yeah.
They are made by a king.
No, they're not.
They're not.
Have you seen him? He's terrifying.
If you go into every 5 guys is not staffed by exactly 5 men.
What the fuck? You built this house?
No, of course not. They cook the burgers on Five Guys.
White Castle is not a castle.
What?
It is.
Hold on
It's
a
castle
fuck.
shaped.
It's not a castle, though.
A castle shape is a
It's-
castle.
okay, I think I need to
it's
clarify
still a
so people don't walk
defensible
away
fortress.
thinking I'm actually stupid. This was like a
Ah,
very
too late.
short amount of time that I thought this. All right, it
Oh,
wasn't
how short? How short, Nick?
Until
about
now.
A week? No.
Like a week later? 2
No.
weeks?
Like it took me like a week.
Just
Like
now?
when I first heard of Wahlberg burger, and then I was like, oh, okay, that's weird. And then
How
I was like,
old
oh
were
wait,
you,
it was
Nick?
Mark.
Mark Wahlberg.
2021.
Oh,
But wait,
I never
Nick,
heard of Wahlburger. All right.
How? I just want to know. I just want to know. How do they stick the burgers to the wall?
They don't stick it. It slides down. Like I thought. All right. Here's what I thought it was. It had like a fucking grease trap down at the bottom, right?
okay.
And so because it's a big wall and they chuck it right at the top.
Yeah. Yeah, what then? What after they chuck it?
Nick.
What happened?
Hold on,
What
hold on.
happens?
I have a second question. Wait, you said... I mean, you were this old when you thought this. Just
I was
Wait.
21.
It
How
makes
old are you now?
they
25.
they go to the 3rd floor, slap it on. By the time it
No,
slides
no,
down to the
like-
bottom, it's cooked.
Yes. Yeah.
But
Essentially.
it has to
It's-
cook both sides!
It also
Okay,
You don't
that
cook
was it.
one side of a
It also
burger!
sticks the
They
whole
do it
way
again.
down.
stick
do it
it
twice.
slide. Oh well, yeah. It does stick.
But
Does
it
it
has to
slide
stick to
between
the
an
wall.
incredibly narrow passage that is heated on both sides? Because that
kind
would
of dumb though.
that would
That's the
overcook
burger
it.
shoot.
I realized at that point, like, I was like, wait a minute, that doesn't make any fucking sense. I'm retarded.
Oh, it took you 7 days to come to that conclusion.
Yeah,
Yes,
he
it
thought-
did, all right?
For all 7 days, he thought of nothing else but that. Formulating this process of, but if they throw the burger, it'll just no. But then they have it slide down.
It's like, oh, yeah.
Mm.
Look at the
Yeah,
expression.
you know what? It's
Look at
piecing
the
together.
expression on Mark Wahlberg's face in this image I'm about to post. That's his reaction to hearing Nick's story.
It's my reaction to telling him my story.
This is my reaction
That's
to
me
the
explaining
story.
it.
I remember when I first heard about any new food place, and I was like, "Oh, Checkers? They don't put Checkers on the burgers?
This is me
They don't-
explaining to
wait,
you guys.
Wait,
It's me
they
right
don't
now.
cook on a checkerboard? Wait,
Terry was convinced to take a toke of a joint with his friend just to relax. Immediately after, Terry killed his friend who had given him the marijuana in a murderous craze. Not so safe, is it? Marijuana, not even once.
I mean,
Yoda's-
I mean,
This is Mark
How do we
Wahlberg.
get on this?
I
don't
just
know.
don't know how to process this.
Oh,
This
wait.
Thanksgiving, remember the cranberry sauce, but forget the marijuana.
This is Mark Wahlberg shortly before viciously beating Nick until he loses eyesight. He dared to suggest that he cooked his burgers on the wall.
Would that not be cool though?
It would be cool. I'm trying to Google it right now to see if anyone's done anything.
I don't know how you would have to have the wall, but then it has to flip the burger at some point. Also, how do you get it stick? It's a frozen fucking patty.
Okay, but what if it was like on an
What?
incline?
Fresh, never frozen, motherfucker!
Oh yeah, Oh, okay.
There are
All right,
small
buddy.
holes. There are small holes in the wall. You nail the burger to it.
Don't fucking nail it up.
How
like,
do you
Jesus
flip
Christ, what are you
it?
doing?
How do
Sorry.
you flip it?
You take it off and you nail it again.
He goes in, fucking walking into a Papa
don't.
John's. My father's not here.
You've seen his latest interview, right?
My father's name is not John. Who are you?
Who
Walk
is this
into a
man?
Taco Bell. Huh. There's no Bell in here.
I don't understand. Listen, I've heard about Taco Bell, and here's what I think. So what they must do is they pile all the meat into a big heated bell, right? And then they sort of like they just spill it out into a. Wait a second, that doesn't make sense. Well, I've only thought about this for about 4 months, so I guess it's not that big.
It wasn't even that long. It really very quickly.
I gotta give you time to stew. Time to stew. Gotta rethink
This
later.
is fascinating. Why did you admit this to us?
Because I thought it would be something that would people would go like, haha, that sure is funny, and then move on.
Get his
You don't
ass.
seem to know us.
Yerky!
No, this is too absurd.
It's too absurd! I just keep visualizing Mark Wahlberg balling up a bunch of meat and pitching it like a fucking fastball at a heated wall, just splat.
And he's like,
yeah.
I'm
imagining him like
Here's
rubbing it
my
onto the
Angus
wall like a piece of
curveball.
putty and like,
He's like, that's some
this is
fucking good beef, kid.
That's
This is how
fucking
beef was
good.
meant to be
This
cooked.
is the Wagyu slider.
The Wagyu
Fucking
sliders!
fucking cook it off the green line.
They only make
Sliders! Yes! All they sell are sliders!
They
Oh
sell
my
a
God.
hamburger sliders. This session is dead. We fucked it.
I'm in pain.
We fucked the whole session. I don't know how we can continue.
Hey, I heard your burger place sells sliders, but I don't see the wall stove. How do you make them?
How do you pitch him?
How do you throw them on the? Do you just
Dude,
slide them around on
Is
the
there
stove?
a ramp that I'm missing?
Do you just chuck him on the bobby?
I'm in pain.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Are we doing anything? Like, are we?
Let's,
No, I think we're done now.
I just don't know how we can continue.
We're
He finally got his first name.
Donnie Wahlberg is in the crawl space with a vat of meat, pouring it down the side of the wall from the ceiling. He's shouting downwards, "Mark, you gotta catch it! You gotta catch it before it gets to the bottom! It's gonna be hot, Mark! It's gonna be
he
hot!"
has to get. The only way to catch it is to get a bun and fucking slap it on the meat and hope it comes off.
It's a fucking sick day. He has to run down the stairs.
Wait a second, Mark? Oh fuck, he's fucking filming Ted 3. I gotta move. That meat's gonna hit the grease trap. It's gonna get too greasy.
So glad.
I gotta roll, dude. He's going down a fireman's pole. It's like slightly outpacing him. He's like, "Oh, I'm not gonna get it. They're not gonna get their food." Pins it to the wall with a burger at the last second before he hits the grease trap. Oh shit! Finally, I've got Nick's burger.
Nice fresh wild burger.
Wait, he would have to like cook the burgers all at the same time.
He has to do one at a time. And it's like 10 people. And they're like, "I've been waiting here for 2 hours. Where is our food?"
Because
What is taking the waiter's just like, "Please be patient. He's going as fast as he can. It's a lot of effort."
every time he's about to put down a new one, he gets a new order. He's like, "Oh fuck, I gotta start it over again."
So like when the restaurant first opens up for the day, you just hear like loud smacks.
There's like different lines on the wall, like where they've drawn lines, and one of them says rare. There's medium rare. There's well done.
No. Yeah.
The well done one, you gotta be real precise. That's pretty close to the grease trap.
No, they have another chunk of the plate that's like less heated, and it's like the like just heated, ready to go section.
Kentucky.
Donnie once said to
Because they gotta have some on standby, so they're like, oh, well, we gotta keep some right here on this slab.
Donnie once said to Mark, why don't we just put like a tray at the bottom there so they don't hit the grease trap? And Mark started slapping him in the face. He's like, what the fuck, Donnie? Where's your fucking sense of adventure? Where's the risk?
Meanwhile, Donnie is sprinting down, up and down the stairs
he's
every
panicked.
time.
He's like, I was in Band of Brothers. This is not my fight. This is what I've been reduced
that's
to.
The session, folks.
Ladies and gentlemen, this session has been brought to you by Wahlburgers.
I fucking hate you guys.
Get it today, and remember,
Love you.
Get it while it's hot, which is slightly before it hits the floor. Goodbye.